Bush and Clinton and Biden. So basically, all I'm saying is that he's nothing special. And
right. So all these statistics about hardly anybody coming over the border anymore is just a big bunch of bullshit, right?
Awesome. So now that you ran from your claim, let's go ahead and talk about what you just said. Perfect. According to the same DHS, according to the same freaking immigration policy, right? We were already at pre-Trump levels before Trump even came into office, and it just kept going down. So yeah, riding the wave is absolutely cool, taking credit for something that happened before. Number one. Number two, he's deporting 20,000 less than his predecessors that I actually have mentioned. But I'm going to tell you what he's beating everybody in. There's an 800% increase in ICE detentions of people that have no criminal record, and this has three populations. American citizens, we saw this in Oklahoma, Newark, right? American citizens, people under temporary protected status, and asylum seekers. And guess what? ICE is about to run out of money next month. So what that means is that your tax money was wasted on an 800% increase of people that are legally here, to include American citizens getting dragged out of their houses in Oklahoma at midnight, and their life savings kept for evidence, according to ICE. So yeah, wasted tax.
That sounds so on brand for Trump.
City, babies.
Okay, cool. So can you address what I said? You're not deporting anything. The only thing that. Okay, I don't know if you ate something bad.
Okay.
Let's have a conversation. So if you're deporting 20,000 less.
Capable.
Right, so you can take this one. I don't think he's here to hear hard numbers, but
I don't think so either. It's weird. Oh no, not the skedaddle.
I did not do that. I was waiting.
It's kind of loud. Not the skedaddle. Okay,
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he ate something spicy.
He was weird. He was just a weird man.
For the border comment, because he's capping on the military part, but
yeah. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate you.
Yep, appreciate you.
All right, have a great night. If y'all not, hold on, Chris. Chris, you move too fast. God damn. All right, y'all know Chris. If y'all not following Chris, then go ahead and do that. All right, make sure y'all follow Chris. All right, it's 225 of us up in here, guys. Let's go ahead and keep doing all the good things. Tap the screen, share the live. All right, let's get these likes up to 100,000. I know we can do it. Let's get up to 100,000. Y'all know I love me a good stretch goal. Also, guys, let's go ahead and knock out these tiny dinies. We have 48 of those to go. Continue to share the live. Also, we have $149 left in our daily donation goal. Pay links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name. Venmo and PayPal. I also have a Zelle, everythingwitherica9@gmail.com. I want to thank you so much for your love, your support, your kindness, generosity, and your encouragement and engagement. I appreciate y'all. All right. Hi, little dude. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well. How old are you?
I'm 19.
You're 19? Okay. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, I did.
Okay. All right. So why do you still support him?
I mean, out of the two candidates, Harris and Trump, I just feel that Donald Trump had more experience.
He had more experience. Is your experience going to be that he was the president?
Well, that, and he's a multi-billionaire. He has experience with sales.
How does that parlay into being the president?
I mean, he has good instincts. He has good calls. He can.
Chris, you're ridiculous. I'm sorry. You said he had good what? Say it again.
He's a multi-billionaire. He has good entrepreneur skills.
But he's not a good businessman. I have a question. When you were growing up, did your parents ever have a Trump steak in the house or a Trump bottled water? Did you guys ever fly Trump Air?
Say that again?
Did you fly Trump Air? These are all Trump businesses that failed. The only successful business that he's ever had was the one that his daddy gave to him, the real estate business. Other than that, failed.
I mean, you couldn't have fails and success.
Okay, so do you know what a trust is?
What did he just say?
No, I'm just asking him if he knows what a trust is, before I go what I'm about to say, because anybody that had access to Trump, they could fail a business 100 times. So his mom and dad was rich, right? And They gave him a large sum of money, and plus on top of that, he was making $400,000 per year by the time that he was 3. Right? He got a whole lot of money and all this other stuff. Each one of these bankruptcies, he was able to dip into his mom and dad's trust and like bail himself out, including one of the real estate flops in New Jersey when it came to casinos, which is considered one of the most unbankruptable businesses because of the high margins you can get when people just spend too much time there.
And
So
hold on, Chris. And even while his casinos were in operation, they were still underperforming other casinos on the Strip out in Atlantic City by over 30%.
So he was able, in that case, and in many cases, but that's the most famous one, he bankrupts it. He dives into his trust, grabs $15 million of his mom and dad's money, Fred and Mary Trust, and just keeps going. That's not success and failure. That's just called you suck at what you do, but I have a large amount of capital that mommy and daddy left me, and I can just do whatever I want with it. So yeah, no, that's not the sign of a competent businessman.
It ain't.
Okay, that might answer the one question, but I still think he has more experience than Kamala Harris had.
Kamala.
Okay, cool. So what are we talking about? Adding $8.4 trillion to the debt? Are we talking about 65 soldiers unalive this first one? Because we got good experience, we got bad experience. We talking about
blanket tariffs?
Yeah, those and negative 2.7% manufacturing unemployment. Like all this is like bad experience. If you're looking for bad experience, that's a terrible thing to vote for.
What has Kamala done that is good?
Awesome. I'm going to start with something that I can meet halfway. Trump was...
Be fucking honest here. Hold on one moment. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. The reason why I don't care is because Kamala ain't president.
True. I mean,
Kamala, I want to talk about what's going on right now. See, that's the thing. They always want to come up here. They always, well, what about Kamala? No, Kamala is not the president.
That's going on right now, then Iran and Israel war.
I'm sorry, say that again.
If you want to talk about something that's right now, the Israel and Iran war.
Yeah, the
that's
one
Chris' favorite subject. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, so this could have been easily prevented at all. Can I ask you a question? Why did Trump back us out of the Iranian nuclear deal in 2018, and then he begged Iran 5 times in 2025 to get a new one signed? Let's start there.
Okay, yeah.
Are you eating?
What?
Are you eating?
I was.
You want to stop?
I'm not eating now. It was like
It
20
sounds
minutes
like you
ago.
are.
My microphone's just ass.
Your mic is just butt? Okay.
Yeah.
I just want you to stop eating. I don't like it. Okay. Go on. Answer Chris's question.
What was the question again?
And I'm like, so Trump, who bragged about no new wars or whatever he said his first term, he backed us out of a nuclear deal in 2018 that literally would crush Iran if they ever accumulated 3% annually of uranium. They've been able to accumulate 80 to 90% every year since Trump backed us out of the deal in 2018. That's a big reason why this is popping off right now. Why did he do that, knowing that Iran was going to like stockpile nuclear material?
Hold up. From my understanding, is that Iran was making way more uranium than the cap limit.
They weren't, because according to, and plus these documents are actually on the investigative arm that was able to go in there physically. 2015, 2016, 2017, all the way leading up to when we backed out of the deal, we were able to go in there, we as in the UN was able to go in there every 3 months or do a surprise visit, and none of it got over 1.5%. So with that being said, the answer, and plus all those reports are on the website. You can get it in Arabic, Chinese, Spanish, English, or French, whatever you like. So now going back to the question, why did Trump back us out knowing that Iran was just going to start literally gathering up nuclear material, just like whenever you go to Goodwill and you just see some stuff you like? I love going there for jerseys and stuff.
That's a good question. I'm not Donald Trump, so I'm not sure why he backed us out of the nuclear deal.
Do you think that was a good idea?
At this point in time, I do not.
Me neither.
Did you actually vote for Donald Trump because you thought he was a better candidate, or did you do it because your parents told you to?
I did it because I thought he was a better candidate.
Ain't no fucking way. If you actually did any research. Are you in college?
Yes.
You are? What
Yes.
year?
I'm on my second year.
Okay, so you're a sophomore, so you've done a few papers by now. You know how to do some research. You know how to disseminate information and, look for sources. Did you do any of that when looking into Donald Trump, or do you just say, oh, well, he was president before. I think he'll be better.
I mean, I took some of that into account, but I did do a slight bit of research.
On what?
His economy.
On the another one of Chris's favorite topics.
Okay, cool.
Chris,
What about
have
it?
fun.
All right, cool. So, like, what about his economy that he inherited from Obama was impressive?
Lower gas prices, lower oil.
Perfect. So, I love that you said that, right? So, perfect. So, from the nexus of when he got inaugurated all the way to C-19, which I don't fault him for, even though you guys fault Biden for a lot of things, gas prices went up every single year, right? Average, right? All the way up to C-19, which I don't blame him for. I don't think you can blame anybody for that, even the guys blame Biden for it. So that can be found on multiple places. The Energy Information Administration, which is housed under the executive branch that Trump actually leads. You can find this on the ITA. You can find this on the other things, right? So there was a set price from when Obama left office to when Trump did, and the average price every single year until March 9th of 2020 was the cutoff of C-19. So that's actually not necessarily accurate.
I mean, it was COVID or C-19, my bad. It was C-19, so obviously some stuff is going to go up like gas.
Did you hear what I said? I said from March 9th, and plus Trump only had 9 months of C-19. So I don't count those few months he had left in office. He didn't even deal with that much of the pandemic at all, actually. He spent a good 90% of his administration without C-19. I'm talking about in between when he got inaugurated, right? And to right before the pandemic, the gas prices went up for average every single year.
Okay.
Thank you for the heartbeat.
Okay. So what else about his economy?
Lower price in eggs, milk.
Can I say something real quick?
Hey, Jagger, did you vote for Trump?
Yes, ma'am.
You did? Okay, great. All right, little dude, go be little somewhere else. You're boring the hell out of me. Okay. Good grief. Okay. Hi, Jagger. All right. What would you like to say?
Why we talking about anything about Trump?
No, I want to know why you still support him.
Oh, he's the man. He is the man.
Which part? His felonies are graping somebody.
Neither one of them.
Well, how is he the man right now in this point of time?
He is the best president ever be, literally.
Can you give me like one thing? Like, can you not be so dense? Can you be coherent?
I am being
Can you just be
coherent.
specific? Like, stop being obscure. Just be specific.
He's a good politician.
Okay, but like, what is he? Because he has a lot of hats. He's commander-in-chief. He's head of the executive branch. Like, give us one thing.
Karina, what are you talking about?
Or,
What'd you say again?
So I'm telling you, like, how is he a good politician? That's a blanket term.
Like, can you actually give something with some substance? Like, can you say something that Donald Trump has done thus far in his second term that you actually agree with and that you support?
Did
I
you
agree with the Iran thing. I ain't gonna lie.
So you agree that Trump, who's been in and out talking about coherent, he's been saying some pretty incoherent things. He goes into the security room, says we're not getting involved, then he comes back another day and says we aren't. Right? He's not built for high pressure moments.
Because he's been giving Iran multiple chances.
No, he gave Iran the literal green light to accumulate a bunch of nuclear material because he's a bad negotiator. We had a nuclear deal that had them on wraps from the Obama administration that was good for 10 years. He backs us out of it, and they accumulate 80 to 90%. So no, he's managing this terribly.
How's he managing it terribly?
Some perfect. From January all the way to his last ditch effort in April, he's a negotiator because he tried to renegotiate a new deal and failed all 5 times, including a disaster in Rome in the middle of April.
Chris, let's go back because he said he's supporting what he's doing over there. in Israel. Doing. Hold on one moment. I don't know what's happening with my screen. I'm just going to do this. And okay, there we go. Now it's fixed.
It looks fine to me.
Okay. All right. You say that you're supporting. How old are you, Jagger?
3.
23. Oh, okay. So you were 10 years old when he tweeted this. So you may not be aware of this. All right. Because you are aware that Trump is the one who pulled us out of the Iran nuclear deal, right? May 8th, 2018.
I'm not sure. I guess only.
Do y'all know anything? Is there a Trump supporter here who knows something?
Yeah, I know something.
Just something,
He's
anything
better than Kamala.
about what Donald Trump has done?
So
Anything?
So you agree with putting boots on the ground because your president can't negotiate? That's a pretty terrible person to follow.
Anything. Maybe
You
know his
gotta
middle
put Boots on
name.
the ground. It's either Iran, a big terrorist country, has a nuke.
They don't
have a
any-
nuke.
Use
That's
bunker busters.
so
See, that's
here's
the problem. You all believe anything. They do not have any nuclear weapons.
You know who we thought
You know,
had
crap. They got the freaking the things.
Okay,
What's the
so-
thing?
Yeah, what is the thing?
What
Because
they call them? Huh?
even Israel, the people that fired the first preemptive strike, said that they can't even verify they have one either. So
You're being lied to. You're being absolutely lied to. There's no evidence to support that Iran has nuclear weapons. So there's that. And again, I feel like a broken record, but again, many of their nuclear facilities, along with their scientists, have been unalived, bombed and unalived. All right. So any nuclear program that they did have, me too, Devontae, me too. Any nuclear program that they did have has been pushed back, if not by several months, then years.
Also, if
All
I can
right.
add one thing, I can prove that your president also sucks with Russia because I'm going to play your paradigm. Russia recently just came out to Iran and Israel had a conversation. This is going to be pretty bad because it just shows that Trump can be easily influenced. Russia has facilities currently right outside of Tabriz, and Israel promised to not fire on the Russian facilities. That complicates things. It sounds like Trump should have fumbled in 2018.
Go ahead, Jagger.
Wait, what?
Okay, I knew it. I fucking knew it.
Talk to the other guy.
Hey, Rico, did you vote for Trump?
No.
You didn't? Okay, love. I'm just looking for Trump supporters right now,
you
but I
fucking
appreciate you
liberal.
so much.
Can I just toss something right quick?
Sure, you got
What-
20 seconds.
Yeah. What these youngsters that are being rude and disrespectful to you don't understand. When
Aries,
Trump
you get up
takes
in
us to war, they're going to have to sign, being at the recruiting office, signing up for the draft.
Exactly.
So they can wear their red MAGA hats and their attitude and go to the recruiting office
Ridiculous.
and say bye-bye. So you guys have all a good night.
All right, you too, Rico. Thank you so much for coming up. You have a great night, love.
You too.
Drop some hearts in the chat for Rico, y'all. Yeah, that's very true, though. Are you ready to go to war?
I got an older brother.
Jagger, are you ready to go to war?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You say you have an older brother.
You talking about a draft? I mean, he was just talking about a draft.
Yes.
Oh, I mean, I don't really care. It ain't gonna be a first time. Honestly,
Is there any Trump supporters in here that know anything? Know something? That know something that can string together a cogent argument?
What's your opinion about
they
the LA riots and stuff by the ICE?
Peaceful protest, and people have the First Amendment right to do so.
Did you say that's peaceful
I
protest?
sure did. I didn't stutter.
What about that auto parts store getting robbed?
Oh, Rico, let me drop you down. Sorry.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Have a good night.
I wasn't paying attention. Okay. All right. Shout out to Katie for the $5. Thank you so much, Katie, for the 5. All right. I appreciate you, love. Thank you so much. Guys, keep doing all of the good things. Tap the screen, share the live. All right. Let's take care of the tiny dinies. And also we have $144 left in our daily donation goal. Thank you so much for the love, the support, the encouragement, and most definitely the engagement. Pay links are in the bio. That's the best way to support the live. Everything with Erica is the name. I have PayPal and Venmo, and I also have a Zelle, everythingwitherica9@gmail.com. Thank you all so very much. All right. So Jagger, what's your opinion on what's happening in LA?
I think it's crazy. I don't know, like, I don't understand it.
What would be crazy about it?
It's just really crazy. I mean, you got the.
I don't like pulling teeth. I'm not a dentist.
The what?
I'm not a dentist. I don't like pulling teeth. I don't. I'm not an orthodontist.
What the hell are you talking about?
This conversation is like pulling teeth.
Oh, top shit.
It is. What the hell is wrong? Are you okay? Did you garden
I'm just
today?
trolling you.
Okay, I'm like, did you garden today? Is everything all right? The fuck? This craziness. Jagger, have a good night.
You too. Have a blessed night.
My goodness. I know. No, I can't have any Tio Julio until Friday, guys. Yeah, I gotta stay. I can't have any Tio Julio until Friday. Okay? Not in the middle of the week. All right? I am an adult. Or something. At least I pretend to be one on TV. Okay. I don't see your name. Jack, you have bars, dear. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. All right. Those bars are
Can you
bad.
hear me? Yeah.
I can hear you. Are
They
you the
are.
same guy from earlier?
How can you tell? No. This first time I've been on your live until I listened to that idiot that
Okay,
didn't know
did
what
you
the
vote
hell
for
he was
Trump?
talking about. He was throwing me. Yeah.
You did.
Sorry, I
vote for
did.
Trump. Oh, don't apologize
Yeah,
to me. Shit.
I made a big mistake.
Oh.
You're right. Yeah, I'm from California,
Cool.
and I'm
That's
80
what's
years
up.
old.
You're 80?
Yes, ma'am.
You know better.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's why I'm sorry I ever did it.
Yeah. I know. I'm looking. Oh, yeah. I'm looking for people.
But
What the fuck you want me to do with that? I don't know what you want me to do with that. I'm just not sure. Hey, make better decisions next time. I was about to say some shit. Make better decisions next time. All right.
Oh no, I can't wait for midterms.
Yeah, exactly.
Get those idiots that are talking like the one that was up there right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's trying to act like he's sexy and all this other shit. I mean, come on. He doesn't know jack about what you're talking about.
Well, that's a
He doesn't know nothing about California either.
I believe you. But I am looking for people who voted for Donald Trump. All right. So thank you so much for coming up, Jack. I hope you have a great night.
Thank you. You do the same.
Thanks. Bye-bye. Well, when I say voted for Donald Trump, who still support Donald Trump, he doesn't still support him. He doesn't support him. And like, I'm not, nope. I don't know, guys. People who have voters remorse, I don't know. I don't really fucking fool with it unless it's like the young kids, like the ones like under 21, maybe under 25. Only because of the simple fact that it's you knew better. You knew better. I mean, like, people have been saying how dangerous Donald Trump is since 2015 when he came down that golden escalator. People have been saying how dangerous he is, how he's racist, a sexist. We learned that he is also, a rapist, a sexual assaulter. I said that out loud. Tap, tap, tap the screen, guys. Tap, tap, tap the screen. We've been saying all of these things. He's a bad businessman, that he cheats people out of money. We've been saying all of these things, all right, since 2015. All right, none of the information about Donald Trump is new unless it's something that we didn't already know. Y'all know what I mean? And so with that, thank you for the heart, me, Gloria. I appreciate you. With that being said, how did you still vote for him? How'd you still vote for him? All right. Exactly, Dr. Africa. I don't understand it. I definitely have some ideas as to why racism, some misogyny and sexism playing a part there. Couldn't vote for the black woman. All right. But like it's known he bankrupted 4 casinos and 2 resorts. He did bankrupt contractors because he refused to pay them. So he did that. Hey, Donald Trump is just not a good businessman. That's it. He's not a good businessman. He's definitely not a good president. I mean, even in his first term, he did blanket tariffs. Blanket tariffs, which we know don't work. Right, Randy, if you think that he is, you can definitely come up and you can tell the class why he is. I'm gonna send you a request. I'm guaranteed you're not gonna accept it. But blanket tariffs don't work. We're starting prior to C-19. We started to see grocery prices increase. All right, we started to see prices increase. His Tax Cuts and Jobs Act was a lie. He might be afraid. He could be a P word. He could be a P word. But I don't get it. He cuts taxes for the rich and corporations, and yet is literal poor people. People making less than $50,000 a year. I know the poverty level is like 28,000. It could depend on where you live. But people making like less than $50,000 a year get on this app every single day and cape for a billionaire. That is, should you join the military? Why would you want to do that, Capricorn? Why did you want to do that? I'll be honest with you. Why would you want to do that? Are you just looking for the benefits? Because I don't know if that's safe, baby. I mean, that's a personal choice. It depends on which branch you're trying to go into. I mean, if it's for the benefits, then, as long as you have your reasons for doing it, and it just depends on which branch you want to go into, to be perfectly honest with you, do your 4 years? I think some you can do 2. So do your time and then get out and then take advantage of the benefits. I mean, that's really all you could do. That's interesting. You can't go to college? You don't want to go to college? You ain't got no small business in mind? They do send their poorest. You're right, Raven. They send their poorest to fight. I'm just saying, I wouldn't. If my child was 18 years old and they were like, well, Mom, I don't have anything right now. Should I join the military? I would tell Bubba, hell no. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Not going to do it. Just not going to do it. I'm not doing it. Not going to do it. I can't. I don't know. I'm not your mama. I might be old enough to be your mom, but I'm not your mom. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't recommend my child to do it. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. So guys, keep tapping the screen, share the live. Please don't make me say the B word, because I really don't want to say the B word. I just really don't. Yeah, I know that's right, Raven. I could not do it. Yeah. Like mine, when he was 9 years old, because he's only 11. So when he was 9, he said he wanted to join the Marines. Then he said the Army. I said, the fuck you thought? No, I don't. You can't. You're not doing it. I hope so, and I hope they stay safe. Is it sitter? I hope they stay safe and that they come back home. Eric, if I need to leave, then I am requesting that you buy me, all right, and my son a first class ticket to Ghana. We want to go to Ghana. All right? Like, please. If you want us to leave, by all means, pay for the ticket. All right? Mr. Ty, that's what I told Bubba 2 years ago. I said Navy or Air Force. Navy or Air Force. He told me he want to be a fighter pilot. So I'm like, that'll be the Navy if you want to be a fighter pilot. But like, if you want to just like sit in a room and, use a joystick to fly a drone around, join the Air Force. by all means, join the Air Force. So do that. But I don't know. That's a toughie. Eric, I sent you an invite, all right? Because I just want you all to know this is not a safe space for Donald Trump supporters. Hi, Melissa. It's not a safe space, all right? You do not get to yap in the comments, all right? You can yap from outside of the club. Hey, Starscream, all right? You don't get to come in here and talk your shit in the chat. You get to accept the request like Eric did. Hey, Eric, how are you?
Very good.
I'm glad to hear it. Right, you voted for Donald Trump, apparently.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
why do you still support him?
If you're thinking Ghana would be a better country for you, go on.
Well, then how about you pay for it? You telling me I need to leave? Pay for it.
Pay for your probably
Pay for it, big shit.
and everything else. So
I'm sorry, you do what?
We pay for your groceries and everything else.
My
so
groceries?
why not?
I'm sorry, make that make sense.
You got EBT?
Do you have EBT?
Hell
If you have
no.
EBT, can I buy some from you?
No, that's what I do.
Can I? Oh, so you? Oh my God, you're admitting to committing a crime? You just told on yourself? I'm gonna have to clip
Yes,
this
sir.
and send this to the authorities.
You
I'm gonna have to
better
clip this.
call the highest authorities.
I'm
Oh my
gonna have
God.
to clip this and send it to the authorities. This is me. You're committing a crime, and you're telling us. Why are you doing that?
Oh my God! You don't sell your food stamps?
Why are you admitting to a crime in front of all these people like this? Do you know how easy it is to find out where you are?
Come on now.
Hey, Devontae, how are you, love?
I'm good.
I'm glad to hear it. Are you using your 10-minute thing?
Then I'm going to sleep. I'm old.
Okay, all right, go ahead. You got it. Oh, wait, let me tell the people. All right, Devontae is one of my subs, and he is using his 10-minute co-hosting spot, all right, because he wants to talk to Eric. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, I want to see Devontae.
You ain't going to do nothing.
Damn, we just went straight ghetto.
Ghetto. First of all, definitely
Oh,
not
he just
ghetto.
wants to do the racism.
Definitely not ghetto. I grew up in a nice community. My mom's a doctor. So what's ghetto? What is ghetto?
Is this a dude or a chick?
That's a good question. What is ghetto?
No, this is one
Is
who's
this
about
a
to push
dude
you
or
the
a
fuck out.
chick?
Mr. Racist Man, what is ghetto? Answer
Is
the
this
question.
a dude or a chick? I don't even know how to.
Are you
should not
trying to
answer my
date? Are you
DMs.
trying to date them?
Girl, he can't afford me.
I know he can't, but are you trying to date him? Like, I'm wondering why you asking. Are you trying to date him?
I'm a married man. I just want to know what the fuck it is.
I'm
Who
just
is the
saying. The only
fuck
reason why you would be
keyword?
asking about
Who
that
are
is
you
if you were
who is
interested.
the fuck you is? Who's
That's
that?
a
Because that's
screenshot.
definitely not me.
What it is? Is it a man or a woman?
You should ask yourself what I am,
That's
dumbass.
L's.
I think it's a dude. I don't know.
And I think you're a fucking piece of shit. So what now?
You can just call him a bitch. Tap the
You
screen,
a
guys.
punk ass
Tap the
bitch.
screen.
A punk ass bitch. How's that work?
I mean, look in the mirror.
I can't tell what the fuck you are.
You talk
means
like that
you're
around
an
your
epitome
children?
of the fucking world.
You talk
I
like
don't
that
even know
around your
what the fuck
children?
you is.
Eric,
I don't know who the fuck you think you're talking to, but I'm not
What
the one.
are
I'm
you?
not
You
Michelle
a man
Obama.
with
I don't go
titties or
high. I
something?
go straight to hell. So
Are
if
you a
want to
man
try
with
me, it
titties
would
or
not be
something?
cute on your end. It won't
What
be
the
cute.
fuck are you?
And what the fuck
gotta
are
kill
you?
you if you an epitome.
they're the one
Like,
that you're gonna dream about tonight.
he bet not.
You so damn interested. Nah, because
All,
Devontae,
I can't
obviously he's
tell. I
interested.
still can't tell.
all in my
I
business.
still can't tell.
But
What
if you
the
want to
fuck is
know,
that
if you
thing?
want to know, then you're gonna need
I
to
don't
pay.
know who's the thing. Who is a fucking
Are you a
thing?
dude or a chick? Come
Who's
on,
the
man.
thing? She just told
Come
you I'm
on,
a
answer.
digit, dumbass.
Answer.
Devontae, I
What
know
are
he a
you?
bitch.
He's a punk ass, stupid ass bitch.
Tap the screen, guys.
Man, you a wild motherfucker.
Oh, that's
You
actually a
call me
really
all
good
these
idea.
names. I can't
Put
even
your
tell
wife
what
on the
the hell
phone,
you are.
Eric. Put your wife on the phone. I wonder if your wife knows that you talk like this around your children.
Girl, his wife is probably his cousin.
My
Sister.
wife is hidden and my kids is hidden.
Okay.
They're not hidden. I can hear
I
the
don't
kids in
care.
the background, baby.
You like,
Oh, my son's playing this game.
You're
And his
literally
cousin.
doing this around children. You oddball.
I mean, look at him. His kid's gonna be just
No,
like
no,
him,
no.
dumb as
They're,
fuck.
they're good. 30 yards away.
So, what is ghetto?
What do you mean ghetto? I didn't call you ghetto. I
You
just
did.
wanted to
You
know whether
actually
you're
did.
a man or a woman.
You
I
actually
couldn't
did.
tell.
You said, "Here comes the ghetto." So, what is ghetto?
No, what are you? What are you? Not ghetto.
I have
What
this.
the fuck are you talking about? I'm ghetto.
Well, why are
No.
you so obsessed to figure out what I am?
Yeah, why?
I know
hold
I'm
on.
good looking.
Exactly. But Devontae, here's the thing. Why are Trump supporters like, why is MAGA so obsessed with what's in people's pants?
Girl, because they
Why are you
dumb.
so obsessed with his genitals?
Thank you.
Because that's what matters. You either male, female. You male or female.
Actually, I'm a
You don't-
badass bitch who's about to cuss you the fuck out. So keep trying.
You a badass bitch with a fucking cup.
You know what, Devontae, by all
No, it
means,
don't
do
work
it. I
like
could
that,
use a
bro.
break. Go ahead, do it.
Okay. You want like I'm so are you drunk or something? You're like the dumbest person I've ever met. I met a lot of dumb people. Your wife is probably your cousin. Your grandpa's your dad.
Cock, and you think
You're
you're
stupid
a
as
woman,
fuck.
and I'm the dumbest person you ever met. What
But you
the
are.
fuck?
You
How
are
does that
not
work?
nothing.
Boo, your jokes aren't funny.
Like you're not gonna do nothing. So you don't put no fear in my heart. You're just a piece of shit. Probably smell like a piece of shit too.
Tap, tap, tap the screen. They did break Grinder at the RNC.
So what is
Hey, Eric, what state do you live in?
hell?
Not hell, that's funny. Eric, I know the mute button is bouncing across the screen. You can't figure out how to get to it, but
Alright,
you can
unmuted.
find it.
Why do I have to tell you what state I'm from?
I'm just wondering. I
from-
wonder if you participated in breaking Grinder at the RNC.
I don't even know what Grinder is.
You know what
what's
Grindr
You know
is.
what Grindr is.
We literally just heard the alert. You know what it is.
Okay. We know what Grindr is, you dummy.
I really do not, but
Yes,
I
you
know whether a man or a woman is a man or a woman, and you can't.
do. Okay,
push
why do
that
you
on
care
me
what
or
sex
my
I
family.
am? Like I'm not.
That's
you can't afford my
my
lifestyle.
part of that. You can't.
You
Why
can't
are you
afford
so
that, so why
obsessed
do
with
you
his
care?
gender? Doesn't make any sense.
Like,
Why are you
why
so
are y'all so
obsessed?
obsessed with who's a man, who's a woman? But you're a fucking dumbass piece of shit.
I just can't.
You can't, Eric.
You can't take the heat.
because you don't have any actually cogent
No,
arguments
no,
on why you still
Oh,
support
no,
Donald
no,
Trump.
no.
All you
I
have is
don't-
racism
I
and
don't
microaggressions
understand
and
why
bigotry.
A
That's all you
man
have.
wants to be a woman or a woman that wants to be
You
a
know
man.
what?
Did I
Yeah,
ever say I wanted
exactly.
to be a woman? And why do you care what someone wants to be? Like, is it affecting your lifestyle? If someone wants to have a
You're
sex change?
pushing it.
Are you paying for it?
Above where you're supposed to be. Just keep it to yourself. That's what,
You can't
that's
tell
what
people what
normal
to keep to
people do.
themselves. You
Don't
voted for
push it on
a
me.
racist.
So a person
you fucking
existing is.
stupid?
What the fuck? Go ahead,
Don't
I'm
push
sorry.
it
I
on me.
apologize.
Are you stupid? Why do y'all care so much about what gender someone wants to be? It's not affecting you.
No, it's not. But don't push it on me. Affect yourself.
I'm not pushing my
nobody else.
sexuality on you, you dumbass. I never said you should be gay. I know you probably are gay in the closet. You're probably on Grindr right now trying to find a piece of me. So how am I pushing it on you?
You.
How is he
You-
pushing it on you when you're the one that thinks about it all day and all night? You're obsessed.
Like what? Why?
You guys are wild.
Like how am I pushing my? I'm gay. Why am I pushing it on you? Like how does me being gay affect your everyday life?
Does it threaten your
look at
masculinity?
profile. You got the damn pony.
Does it threaten
Did
your
you just call me a
masculinity?
pedophile?
What did he just say?
No, he said me just being normal is wrong. No,
I never
me
said
being
no
normal
one said that.
is right. You
No one said
being yourself is wrong.
Okay, so
Because
how does me
you're
being gay
advertising the
wrong?
gay flag? You're acting like I'm the bad individual.
Okay,
No,
so
we
wait,
can't
hold
do
on,
that,
hold on.
bro.
Hold on.
We can't do that.
How is me being gay
are
wrong?
forcing
Why do you
people
care if I'm
to
gay or straight? Like,
accept.
are you supporting me? Are you buying
Okay,
anything for
all
me?
right.
No, I don't support you. I
Okay,
do
then
not.
shut the fuck up.
So, Eric, how does a person simply existing impact
He's
your
not
life?
existing. He's
He is
forcing.
existing. He's living, ain't he? So he's existing. How
he's forcing.
does his existence impact your life in any way, shape, or form? I'm guaranteeing here that you can't actually give us. I'm still talking. I'm still talking. So there we go.
I never
All
called you the F word.
No one ever calls you any. What are you talking about? I don't know what's going on with you.
Stupid. If I
You're
want
just
to call
making
you a
up
word,
stuff.
like,
Thank you.
did he graduate high school?
No,
he dropped out
in the
middle school.
2nd grade.
Well, yeah, that too. I mean,
He's an
his
elementary
grandpa
school
is his
dropout.
dad.
Definitely an elementary school dropout. He went to go follow his dad to the store for a pack of Newports. Well, not Newports, but Marlboros. And never went back to school.
His dad is his grandpa, so I don't know.
His granddaddy.
Girl, you can tell he's dumb as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just confused. Like,
I feel
why
like
do
he's
people
missing his
care?
side tooth. He's definitely missing his side tooth.
Girl, he ain't got no teeth.
Are you guys really?
Yes, bitch.
Oh, you started
Really?
it. No, don't start no shit. Won't be no shit.
Come on now.
Because I'm the wrong
and you
motherfucker.
talk shit. Come on.
because
I will
you-
dog walk you.
Devontae, hold on one
don't
moment.
fuck with me.
You
Because
guys
here's
are
the thing:
petty as
you
fuck.
literally can't actually pinpoint any reason why you still support Donald Trump, other than he gives you
No, we wasn't
permission
even talking
to
about
be a
Donald Trump.
racist.
We was wondering why I
hateful
didn't
bigot.
support a transvestite.
Bitch, I'm not-
That is a slur.
about
First
that.
of all, I'm not.
Come
a
on
transvestite.
now.
And why do you care what someone wants to be? It's not affecting you. Like, I know you're dumb as fuck.
No. But the effects of if anybody does support it affects my children.
I don't give a fuck about your kids.
Hold on, time out.
I know you don't.
I begin
you
somewhere
fucking
here.
faggot.
Hold on, Devontae.
Bitch, you the fucking faggot, boy.
I gotta drop you both. Okay, y'all have a good night. Devontae,
I'm going to sleep. Bye.
love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Good night. Take a lap. A lot. We don't use the F slur around these parts. Not at all. Not at all. Yes, Eric. The reason why you still support Donald Trump, and that sound just said with your whole chest, but not here because you can't come back. All right, is literally because he gives you permission to be a racist bigot. He gives you permission to fly your hate flag free. That's why. That's literally the reason why you still support Donald Trump. So, tis all. My gosh. Don't we all? Don't we all? My goodness. Y'all, tap the screen. Show TikTok that you want to be here. We only have 6 more of the Tiny Dinies to go. Let's go ahead and knock those out. Also, let's see here. Oh, shout out to Shane for the $10. Shane said, for all you do and put up with. Thank you so much, Shane, for recognizing that Black women's labor is not free. I appreciate you. I'm going to go ahead and update this, guys. We're $134 away from our daily donation goal. Just $134. I know that we can knock that out. Pay links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name. Not Cash App. PayPal and Venmo. All right. I kind of want to pull a prank on Santana. So, what the heck is his thing? I never can remember it. I never can remember his darn one thing. Fudge sickles. I'm gonna have to find it. Guys, let me walk this through. Let me walk this through. Because I can never remember that darn going thing. Santana Speaks. Yes, it is. Okay. All right. You're fine, Devontae. Yes, it's Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24. So if you only have Cash App and you want to show me some love, send it to Santana Speaks 24 and just put like for Erica. Just put for Erica. And then because he's going to have to send it over. All right. So yeah, he doesn't know either. So it's going to be funny as hell because he's going to get, because he's, please do it. Please just let me know in the comments like you did it and I'll update everything. But please do it. Do it. Okay, but thank you guys so much for the love, the support, the encouragement, and most definitely the engagement. Again, we're $134 away from our daily donation goal. All right, pay links are in the bio, PayPal and Venmo. Everything with Erica is the name. I also have a Zelle, everythingwitherica9@gmail.com. And if you have Cash App and you want to send it to Santana. Santana Speaks 24. Just say it's for Erica. And then I use hearts or something because then it'll just be funny. All right, guys. Thank you so much. And if you voted for Donald Trump, by all means, get in the request. I really just want to know why you still support him. And, try not to do the racism. Try not to do the racism and we'll see what happens. Oh, thank you, Rod. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hi, is it Bolt? Bolt? What's your name? Do you know that you're here? Hello? I don't think this person knows that they're here. All right, guys. Yes, if you voted for Donald Trump, by all means, go ahead and request that. Let's have a conversation. All right. Let's talk about why you still support him. I know the hot thing right now is definitely the Iran conflict that's going on between Iran and what's that place called? Israel. So we definitely want to address that. Let's talk about how Trump is detaining and then deporting people from their immigration hearings, not even allowing them to go through the appeals process. So there's that part. I mean, the man is just doing all of the bad things. How he is training our National Guard to act as law enforcement. All right. In order to do that, he would literally have to enact the Insurrection Act. There's no insurrection that's happening. There's none that's happening. So again, we have to ask, what is the cause? What is the cause for it? He has none. So again, if you voted for Donald Trump, go ahead and request up and let's have a conversation and let's see where it goes. Hi, Wesley. Did you vote for Donald Trump? Hello?
No, it's a tapping error.
Oh, you do that every night.
Error.
I was like, this sounds familiar. Okay, babes. Thanks so much
Yeah,
for tapping.
I'm a friendly. I watch you every night. Good job. Good job.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Okay.
Awesome. Yeah. So I want to talk about that. Jackson, obviously you could be, because you couldn't even come up here and actually have a conversation. You just wanted to resort to your hate, your bigotry, and your racism. So obviously you are unable to have a conversation. Obviously you're the one that's misinformed. And I think it's worse. You're disinformed because you're falling for propaganda. You fall for lies every single chance you get. You ain't met a lie that Donald Trump has told that you didn't like, that you haven't believed. So there's that part. So yeah, I say unto you, if you voted for Donald Trump, go ahead and request up. All right? Just request up. Please do so. Well, with that being said, because Donald Trump supporters are being pussies in the chat, mods, if you see them, send them a request. Send them a request. If they don't accept, go ahead and do the thing, because this is not a safe space for Donald Trump supporters. This is not a safe space for them. They don't get to yap in the comments, not at all. But I do think that we should read something that did happen 13 years ago. I do think so. I really do. 2011 is when the tweet came out. I want to see this tweet actually. Pull it up. Yep, November 29th. Oh, that's my mom's birthday. All right. Donald Trump tweet. Donald Trump is such a piece of shit. He's such a piece of shit. He tweeted on November 29, 2011, that in order to get elected, Barack Obama will start a war with Iran. That's what he tweeted. Because he is, Corsi. All right. Do you think that he's not a piece of shit? If you think that he's not, you can definitely tell me, Corsi. I'm going to send you an invite. All right. And you can tell me whether or not you think Donald Trump is a piece of shit. All right. And we can talk about it. Oh, you're not available. Okay, Corsi. You're not available. If I see you yapping in the comments, you already know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen. You're not going to be able to do that. Oh, is us holding Donald Trump accountable for his words that is a problem for you? Not you turning off your guest request. So, Corsi, guess what? Go have fun. There you go, baby. There you go. Go yap somewhere else. All right. We appreciate you, though. Thank you for your service. All right. Goodbye. Okay. There we go. Guys, tap the screen. Let's keep doing all of the good things, guys. Let's do all of the good things. Because y'all know I wrap this shit up. I'm thinking about doing a restart because a few of my friends had to do restarts tonight because the algo is acting really, really wonky. So I'm not sure if I should do a restart or not. We'll see what happens. I'll give it 2 more minutes. Oh, I know who this. Just go ahead and request up. I already. Hi.
Oh, yeah. So I listened to something this morning, and I kind of like knew about it through like reading stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's about Ronald Reagan and like also his wife.
Uh-huh.
There was this person named Ashley that talked about it, and with like D-rugs and all that, and it being put in like Black communities and all that stuff, and like how like I didn't like that's horrible, and like the things I was listening to, like they literally did this on purpose and then like criminalized them. That's not good.
Yes. No, it's not.
And like
It's
the
not
more,
good.
and I want to read more and to become more educated on this, but the more I learn, like the U.S. does stuff on purpose and then wants them to be in trouble for it. And
yeah, that's literally it.
But like
we're lied to every day by our government.
And maybe I won't ever understand why, but in like classrooms and like colleges and like elementary schools and high schools, this needs to be taught more.
I agree with you. People need to know real history.
That was basically all, but it I don't know if it like it doesn't amaze me because it's not good, but it's I don't know. I just
Ty is 25 years old.
Yeah, I am 25.
We know. Yeah, well, Ty, and I mean, these things likely aren't going to be taught in history. Is stuff that you're going to have to learn on your own. And I'm not in history, I'm sorry, aren't going to be taught in school. So yeah, again, it's something that you're likely going to have to learn on your own, and that's why you read.
My question, how do I find books on what to learn more on?
I mean, it depends on what it is you're interested in. Right now, you're talking about the C-rack epidemic in the 80s and 90s is what you're talking about. I literally just Googled cocaine epidemic, like crack epidemic,
wasn't that
on Amazon, and it gives you a whole bunch of sites.
Maybe that's what I need to do.
No, but like the one that is a good one, like look up Gary Webb.
Okay.
Dark Alliance, that is a good one.
Okay.
So you definitely want to look at Gary Webb. He was a reporter, a journalist who actually broke, who kind of like blew the top off of Reagan and the CIA, the Iran-Contra affair. So he's a good one to look into. What else here? You can look up, like if you want to do a documentary, Cocaine Cowboys is a good one. Tap, tap, tap the screen, guys. And my book lady is here, so I'll let her also tell you a few more books because I'm in a good mood. Ty, I'm in a good mood tonight.
Well, I probably I shouldn't be as rude, and maybe more people would want to educate me.
Yes, Ty. Yes. Hey, Falcon.
So I just wanted to jump in because someone asked for book recommendations.
Yes, I know. Hold on one moment, Falcon. Hi, Hector. Hector, be nice.
I have a kick, right?
We was Kangs. Thank you so much. Blurt, is it Blurt? I can't see the name. I even have my windows on. Thank you so much. We was Kangs. Hector. Come on. Falcon, go.
Okay, so if we're talking about authors, especially with like intersectional history, I love Mikki Kendall. She wrote Hood Feminism, which is one of her more famous books. So if you want to start learning about intersectionality, Mikki is a great place to go. There's also Ibram X. Kendi. You also have authors like Corey Robin, Ta-Nehisi Coates. Who else do I want to? Oh, Harriet A. Washington is another great nonfiction author. Yeah, I have my copy of Stamped. I just turned my bedroom light off or I'd get my books out. But those are all great.
This is another good book also. I absolutely love this one, by the way. Black AF History by Michael Harriet. This is really good. And I like it because he mixes like comedy in it. And it's a really great read. Very informative.
I can't remember the name of the author, but if you're experienced on learning about racial and economic and intersectional history, I don't recommend this book. It will be repetitive for you. But if you're really new to it, the book Caste is actually a really good book. I cannot remember the name of the author off the top of my head.
What do you think about the ISIS papers?
Me?
Yeah, what do you think about it?
I have not read them.
I just got it and I want to read it. I was talking to SJ about it. And I really, really want to read it. Hello, the real truth seeker.
Maybe we can.
It was.
You took some notes, Ty?
No. Yes, I put it in like a Safari because I don't have like a paper or anything because I'm at work.
Okay.
Yeah, Isabella Wilkerson sounds about right. I just couldn't remember her name. I read that one on a buddy read with Jess Owens, and I feel like.
All right, Ty, have a good night.
Okay,
amongst the Black women in the book club that have been reading stuff about this for a long time, everybody said that Caste was repetitive, but for our fairer skinned or lighter skinned people who had not read about class or racial structures before, it was really enlightening. I think Caste was one of the first books that I read that goes into detail about colorism specifically. But we're talking about colorism specifically in India. So different system.
Yeah, totally different.
Yeah, I can absolutely put books in the Discord. If you're looking
Let me go ahead and create a book channel.
If you are looking for bookish creators that do a good job with that, Hedi the Scribe, Jahid Wilson is a great creator on TikTok that does both Black fiction and nonfiction on this app. There is Reads with Rachel. She is a white lady that was raised in a evangelical homeschooling C word. I don't know if I can say that word on here. And she has done the work to deconstruct. And now she advocates to end censorship around African American history in Florida schools. So she's really cool. So there's Reads with Rachel, and then Jess Owens is on YouTube, and she is another African American creator that does a lot of nonfiction. I've done her book club several times. I have not.
I'm gonna update it. Oh wait, is it okay? I'm gonna update it, but it's gonna be under the hobbies and sharing category, and it's just called books.
Okay. But yeah, I lost my train of thought. Oh, the
it's
ISIS
the ashwagandha,
papers.
Hector. The ashwagandha.
Let me know when you want to read it, and maybe we can do a buddy read and talk about it.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much, Falcon. I appreciate you.
Of course.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to those books because I plan on being a better person because, guys, I have so much going on. And oh my gosh, Hector, you love me. You love me. Thank you so much to Hector. Thank you, Hector, for the $20 for choosing peace. Thank you, Hector. I appreciate you. And I'm glad you chose peace because we're trying, right?
Yeah, it's just for tonight. Just for tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate you. You're the best. Thank you so much. Y'all drop some hearts in the chat for Hector, for Shane, for Katie, and also for John for donating thus far tonight. We have $114 left in our daily donation goal. Pay links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name on PayPal and Venmo. I also have a Zelle, everythingwitherica9@gmail.com. But guys, don't forget, if you only have Cash App, you can send it to Santana Speaks 24 and just say that it's for Erica. Just say it's for me. All right. Santana Speaks 24. All right. Send it over there.
Black women's labor is not free.
Black women's labor ain't free. I know that's right. I know that's right. Thank you so much. Hector, are you going to hang out with me?
No, I'm actually currently in a PC after party. I just mainly came to do nefarious things, but I chose peace.
Oh.
So now I'm just gonna dip and say, once again, Black women's labor is not free. Tap the screen unless you're a
What
bigot.
guest got a violation?
I ain't even do nothing.
It wasn't you. It was someone that was up here earlier, I think. Hey
Oh.
guys, please don't report. Don't report. Just don't report. Ty, y'all have history. That's why. I'm gonna restart. I have to restart.
Damn.
I do. I gotta restart. All right, guys. I'm gonna hit a restart. We'll see how it goes. If it goes well, cool. If not, then I'm gonna find something else to do because I could always use a nap. I could use an evening nap. So there's that. All right. See you guys in like 2 seconds.
Y'all come back, put them fingers to work.
Touched.
increased compared to the Biden administration on heirists being deported out of this country. Well, by the way, illegal immigrants that happen to be heirists that have been deported out of this country.
Time out. Time out. Where did you get that number from, buddy?
That's from. I'm sorry if you want me to. Dang, I now have to read. Now I have to figure out where I got my source from.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, this is from WNBC News. This is also stated by the Secretary of Defense.
What was it? What's the headline?
The headline is "Total Number of Heirists Arrested in Trump's Deportation Raids Revealed." And I believe there was also a statement, and this was released in April, by the way. There was also a statement, and that was talking about, it was by the Secretary of Defense. But
when you say heiress, you keep saying heiress. Are you saying are you referring to undocumented immigrants?
No. I'm referring to heiress. You know what I'm saying? I can't say the word on TikTok. I don't want to get you banned.
Say terrorist. Are you saying terrorist? Because I looked at that headline and it didn't say that.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know. Because I thought it was a part of TOS. You couldn't say terrorist. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I kind of see whatever the hell I want to say over here. You just hope for the best.
Perfect.
Tap the screen, guys.
Yeah. So he deported 200 or more known terrorists in his mass deportation raids. There was a 665% increase from the same period in 2024. Under Joe Biden.
I want to see this article that you're actually that you're quoting, but I'm not finding it.
Okay, so it's by WNBZ. It's total number of terrorists arrested in Trump's deportation raids revealed. The article is written by Jason Hall, if you're curious. That's just a brief,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Nope, that's not it. Where's this headline at?
I don't understand. You're not getting it. It pops up immediately for me.
It's not coming up.
Huh. Well,
it's literally not coming up.
I wish I could give you the link. Well, that's annoying. Are you sure you can't find it?
Nope.
What would you search up?
Okay, let's go to the second page. We're all the way back in January. All right.
I don't know what it is. I don't think you're searching up the right thing because it's not popping up for you.
You said it was published in April. I'm hell bent on finding this article because I look at NBC News like every single day and never seen that headline before.
Okay.
Yeah, never seen it.
Did you find the article?
No.
What did you search up exactly?
I searched up NBC News total number of terrorists in Trump deportation raids.
Well, this wasn't by NBC News.
You literally said NBC.
No, I said WBZ. This is by
WBZ. What is WBZ?
It's a news article. It's a news source.
Who?
What do you mean who? That's. I don't know what you mean by who.
Who is WBZ? Is that like a? That's not even a local news station. What's WBZ?
It's a news station.
News radio?
Yeah, news radio. Yeah, I think you found it now. Yeah. No, I said WBZ. Someone in the comments.
This is literally a tertiary source, and I know I probably mispronounced that, but this is a third-party source because they got this from the New York Post.
All right, do you want to?
So they're not a direct. This is not a direct source.
I'll give you a .gov website if you want. I have another source listed up if you want it. You can look it up. This was by Homeland Security. ICE arrests in first 50 days of Trump administration.
There we go. All right. I'm reading over it here.
Okay, I gotcha. That one doesn't specifically state the terrorists, but I can find specific articles, but if you want, but I'm glad you're
Jesus
back.
Christ. All right, so per the source that you provided, they say that is per the Immigration and Customs Enforcement officers, all right, have reportedly arrested 219 known or alleged terrorists. All right, so there's that. So when you click on a link for, Immigration and Customs Enforcement officers, you think that it would take you back to the report. It doesn't. It takes you to another article. It takes you to another article.
Well, this one's released by the Homeland Security.
Where?
I thought I'd just give you it.
I wasn't listening.
You're fine. This one is ICE arrests in first 50 days of Trump administration. This one is specifically this one doesn't talk about terrorists, but this is just talking about, like, for example, it says in total.
It doesn't really matter. Okay, so I know what you're talking about, and it actually really doesn't matter because within the first 50 days, Donald Trump was already deporting 20,000 less than Joe Biden was at the same time last year. So he wasn't doing that great of a job.
Well, yeah, that's good. I'm glad because he arrested 1,155 criminal gang members. I don't think, there was only 39 suspected terrorists in the last administration. So,
unfortunately, we run into an issue here where I don't think that we're going to be able to actually agree. And the reason why we wouldn't be able to agree on the numbers that you're providing and then the numbers that we have is simply because of who's reporting the information.
This one's by Homeland Security.
We have an administration ran by Kristi Noem. We have an administration that is known to lie. So it's like, what do we believe? What do we actually believe? Because they can put hold on one moment. I'm just saying they could put out information saying that they have arrested 20 million and that they deported 10 million.
I'm pretty sure the common sense would lead to believing that.
Common sense because so how many people entered the US under Joe Biden's administration?
I would say roughly 6 million.
Roughly 6 million?
Just off the top of my head,
Roughly 6 million. And you said roughly off the top of your head, but where do you gather that number from?
Well, I was thinking, if you want, I don't know, I can't really discuss what my brain, did, but
you can say where you got that number from. What do you mean?
I got that number. How many have been arrested? How many came into our country?
How we gotta go? We have to explore this. What do you mean you can't tell us where your brain, like how your brain worked out that number? Like you had to have you took it from information that you gathered over time.
Yeah. And my brain came up with information that I gathered over time, and my brain came up to that.
They actually don't know. They don't know the exact number because all they have actually is about encounters. It's actually about encounters, and those encounters include. They said it's roughly about 10 million. And then they say about 8 million of those encounters include people who were stopped multiple times. So they don't know the exact number. All right. So pretty much at this point, your 6 million guess is as great as their 8 million guess. So that's it.
So actually, they have a very specific number here. This was just Google AI overview. But it says U.S. Customs and Border Protection has recorded over 10.8 million nationwide encounters, which includes the first.
I literally just said that.
Okay, well, I'm just checking.
I know, but I just said that, and I said that they are encounters, and then 8 million of those were people who basically re-entered, so they had multiple encounters.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at a comment I just saw. It was so freaking random. Hey, Sean, thank you so much.
So what's your point here? I'm kind of missing.
No, the point is that we can't trust the people who are supposed to actually report accurately. We can't trust them. All right, because even the president has said out of his own mouth that it's 21 million undocumented immigrants here, whereas the agency that he has put in charge of tracking this information says that it's a lesser amount. They don't even corroborate that.
So do you just not trust anything that comes out?
I don't know. We have to continue to fact check.
Well, I'm saying
And we
would you
have to look at independent sources. I would
Okay,
rather
so I
trust
have-
the Migration Council's numbers versus Department of Homeland Security's numbers.
Would you trust the WhiteHouse.gov or
No, God, no. That's run by Trump's team. Don't trust them, please.
would you trust the New York Post?
No,
Well, then what would you put? What would you trust?
I would trust. I just said the Migration Council. There's another one. I would trust the Cato Institute. I would trust AP, Reuters, PBS, MP.
So I don't know what to
NPR.
tell you. I mean, I can't just. I'm giving you the real statements
No.
released by Homeland Security.
I understand what you're saying. I'm not disputing your numbers. I don't think you misinterpret what it is that I'm saying. What I'm saying to you is that the numbers that they are putting out to us, how are we supposed to believe them when they continuously lie to us?
Like what lie? I'm curious.
The lie, again, your president, if you go to the whitehouse.gov, your president will tell you that there's 21 million undocumented immigrants in this country led in by the Biden administration. That's literally what he'll tell you.
Can you give me
He
a
said it many
I just wanna make
times
sure that's
before.
true. I'm not saying
But
you're right.
then
I just want to make sure that's true. Can you give me like a source?
Hold on one moment. Okay. The number of Biden era migrants. While talking about this is at the G7, by the way. This just happened earlier this week. Okay. While talking about undocumented immigrants at the G7 on Monday, Trump repeated his frequent assertion that Biden allowed, this is a quote, by the way, Biden allowed 21 million people to come into our country. That 21 million figure is wrong. All right.
Do you know like exactly if that's right? I mean, because again, the way you're saying, if you don't trust like the Guardian or the New York,
I never said I didn't
Post,
trust the Guardian. I don't trust the New York
Would you-
Post.
would
It's
you
a
trust the
rag. It's a
Guardian?
gossip rag. I would trust
Well,
the
what I'm
Guardian.
saying-
Yeah, but again, these are encounters. These are encounters at the border. That's all that they
Yeah,
are. That
yeah.
doesn't mean that the people actually were able to enter and stay in the U.S. What's the
But what
number of
I'm
the people that
saying
actually
is-
entered into the U.S. and were able to stay? And
That's
then
not what I'm-
also,
that's not what I'm
again, you
talking
have
about.
to
I'm
take
saying
into
if you-
account the people who actually were encountered multiple times. They're included within that number of 10.8 million.
Hold on, T's Cowboy is saying he works at the border and it's well over 21 million. So shit, you want to let him on? I mean, he
Yeah,
might go.
absolutely. Fucking not. Did he count everybody?
I'm just saying. I was just asking. You want to have him on?
Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Anywho, moving on. In regards
again, what I'm
to,
saying is- what I'm saying is,
excuse
if
me,
you're just
Martin.
not gonna
I was
believe it, then
talking, Martin. Don't do
Well,
that.
I'm saying,
Martin,
you're
don't
not
do
getting the
that,
point,
though.
though.
Martin,
Listen, you're not
don't do
getting the
that.
point.
The point is that the numbers are unsubstantiated. They're unsubstantiated. All right. They do not know the number of people who have actually entered and were allowed to stay in the US. All right. So there's that part. All right. Now, the next part of this is, all right, you support Donald Trump, obviously, in his immigration efforts. Okay. Why are you supporting him not allowing people to have due process? Why are you supporting him arresting people at their immigration hearings and not allowing them to go through the appeals process?
The reasoning is because he's obviously cracked down on a lot more immigrants that happen to be in a terrorist organization.
That is not true. That's
That's
not true. That's not true. You don't even know the number of people that have actually been deported. No one knows because they haven't reported it. And it's likely because he isn't deporting as many people as he would like for us to believe.
So
but that's absolutely
Surely
wrong.
they're deporting less people then.
He's going against the Constitution by not allowing people to have due process, whether they're a terrorist or not.
You didn't let me finish my statement.
Yeah, because it was going nowhere. But go ahead, finish your statement.
It doesn't matter. You're
Go
not here
ahead.
to have a discussion. Then you're just here to. Okay.
Go ahead, finish
what
your
I'm
statement.
saying is, if you don't trust the numbers that are literally coming from The Guardian, these numbers are coming from Homeland Security, these numbers are coming from DHS. I mean, again, also Homeland Security. But if you don't trust where these things are coming from, what do you want to believe? You just read something off of Google AI.
I didn't read off of Google AI. I actually went to a fact checking website.
What's the fact checking website?
Yeah, the fact checking website I went to. See here, going back to it. Nope, you don't want this right here.
I want to try to
use this website because Politico.
Politico. So this also takes things from the White House and all that.
Anywho, moving on. Defend him actually not, allowing due process. Defend it.
I'm not.
Because you can't. That's why.
So
why do you still support him then?
I just told you because he's deported more criminals than Biden
I know you
did.
found this one point that you can stick to, but it's greater than that because this man is literally
you're just saying
rating.
it's
No,
you're
he
saying it's probably
lied. I'm not
propaganda.
finished talking. He lied. He said that he was going to go after criminals. That's what you're up here trying to argue, is that he's going after criminals, which is bullshit. And the reason why I say it's bullshit, because if he were only going after criminals, then he wouldn't be deporting children who need medical care. He wouldn't be raiding foster homes. He would not be raiding on farms where people are working. He would not be detaining people at their immigration hearings. So you can stick to your one talking. No, I'm not finished again. You can stick to your one talking point, but it does not make what Donald Trump is doing right.
So my question is, what do you think should happen to people who are here illegally? They haven't committed, let's say they haven't committed a crime here. They're just simply here illegally.
Amnesty. Give them a pathway to citizenship. If they've been in the United States for more than 2 years, because with expedited removal, the time limit is 2 years. And that's another thing that Trump is violating, but we can go to that next. So if they've been here for more than 2 years, they have no criminal record, they can prove that they have worked and also can prove that they have they worked and also that they are productive citizens. Let's say they pay their rent on time or their mortgage on time. They can't get a mortgage if they pay their rent on time. So if they can show certain things, then by all means, grant them a pathway to citizenship. What harm would it be? What would they be taking by becoming American citizens?
Well, I was going to say, I was going to give you a hypothetical. Okay. So let's say.
I don't care about hypotheticals. I want you to answer the question.
Well, I'm going to answer your question after I give you this hypothetical. So if, let's say, right, you own.
This is my juke joint. No, the fuck you thought this was.
Why are you?
Because you're not answering the question. I want you to answer the question. What is it that they would be taking by becoming American citizens?
So, like, for example, Trump came out with a statement on it. I think it was Truth Social or something. He said that he was contacted by people who own farms and stuff like that. He
already walked that back. You know that, right?
Huh?
He already walked that back. He said that he wasn't going to raid. He said that the farms and the hotels were safe. He said that last week. And then I believe it was just Monday. He had already walked that back and said that they would be raiding farms and hotels. So the service industries. He already said that.
Okay. So what I was going to ask is, let's say you own a big, beautiful home. Okay. And like a humongous home. Would you allow?
You need to answer the question. I'm not gonna play with your hypothetical. I'm not gonna do this with you.
I just answered your question.
No, you did not answer the question. I'm not gonna answer your question until you literally answer mine. What is it that immigrants would be taking from you by becoming American citizens?
Nothing.
Exactly. So why hasn't your president sat at the table and thought of a pathway to citizenship for these people? Could it
So-
be that it's not just about criminals? It's not about undocumented immigrants. It's not about illegal immigration. He literally wants to get rid of immigration in total in the United States.
He wants to get rid of immigration?
Yes. He
Legal
wants to get rid of
immigration.
He doesn't
Legal
want any.
immigration.
He only wants the people that he deems worthy here. We can look at his travel bans for that. We can look at the extended
I think
travel
travel
bans that he
bans are
wants
okay.
to do for that.
I think travel bans are okay. In my
Travel bans are not okay, especially
because,
when
for
they're
example, if you
targeted
have
in the
people
way in
coming
which Trump
from-
has done.
If you have people
Why
coming
doesn't
from
Trump put a
countries
why doesn't
with-
Trump put a why doesn't Trump put a ban, let's say, on Russia? Why do
But-
Russians get to continue to come into the country?
Well, they're not taught too much propaganda that they have to come to the United States of America and like kill us.
That wasn't the question. The question was, why doesn't he put a ban on Russia?
That I was literally answering that same question.
You're talking about propaganda. You're going around. You don't have
Yeah,
to go
and
around
that-
in circles. You can be direct here.
Okay, I'm being very direct. What I'm saying is, if he's okay, so for example, right, there are certain countries in the Middle East and that are basically teaching that in schools and stuff like that, they hate America. America's bad. Screw America. Are they taught the same thing in Russia? For example, just as an example, like the example you gave.
The fuck are you talking about?
What do
What
you
are
mean?
you talking about? Like,
What's
how
that?
do you know? How do you know what they're taught over there in Russia? Show us
Well, how do
the
you know?
source that you used for what they're taught over there in Russia.
Well, how do you know?
How do you know? You're the one that brought it up. By all means, tell us. Bring it up.
Let me use my laptop.
Yes, he has teaching plans from other countries. Yes. All right, guys, while he's getting that information, please continue to tap the screen, share the live. Let's do all of the good things. All right, we are working on our finger hearts, and it looks like we have 66 of those to go. All right, so let's go ahead and knock those out. And also, guys, we have $114 left on our daily donation goal. Pay links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name, PayPal and Venmo. I also have a Zelle, everything with Erica9@gmail.com. And if you only have Cash App and you want to send it that way, by all means, send it to Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the name. All right, make sure you say that is for Erica. Make sure. This is my little prank. Hey, Lori, thank you so much for sharing the live, babe. I appreciate you. I just don't want to spam share it because that can knock us down, but I appreciate you so much. All right, guys, so keep doing all of the good things. All right, and yeah, you have that source yet, Martin?
I'm researching still.
Okay, all right. Because what you're saying doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Like, what does Russia teaching their children have anything to do with them coming to the United States? All right, he could have put a ban on any country in Europe, yet he did it. Peace, God. Hey, Mr. Boom. All right, yet he did it. He focused on black and brown countries, to be exact.
Well, to answer your question about Russia, they don't portray the U.S. as very hostile.
You say they don't. I'm sorry. Say it again. I want to make sure you hear yourself.
Mhm. So, for example,
No. Say exactly what you just said again.
well, I said it, so you don't have to hear it. Like, for example, do you know the difference?
You really have a problem with following instructions, and it's bothersome because what you just said doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Did you hear what you just said? And I'm trying to give you an out here because you don't hear yourself.
Okay. I'm still researching. I don't know if you know that.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Anywho, like I was saying, Trump has placed a ban on countries, all right, in Africa, parts of Asia, and also South America. All right? There's that part. Why hasn't he placed a ban on any countries in Europe, especially, let's say, one, all right, that's in Europe and Asia, Russia. Why hasn't he placed a ban on Russia? Could it be that he's in bed with Putin? Or could it be he's okay with more white folks coming into the
So I
country?
have a source if you'd like
So
to.
there's that.
If you'd like to read it, I don't know if you would.
Go ahead. What's the
so
source?
the source is longwarjournal.org. The what's it called? The headline is Iranian State Textbooks Incite Terrorism.
What does that have to do with Russia?
Well, you were asking why he hasn't put a ban on Russia and why he hasn't put a ban on other white countries. And what I'm giving you is a reason why he has put a ban on certain countries.
That doesn't answer the question why he
Yes, it
hasn't put a
absolutely
ban on
does.
Russia. The
Why
question was
should-
why
in
he
your idea,
hasn't
why
put a
should he
ban
put a-
on Russia.
Why
And
should he put a
you
ban on
said
Russia?
that because of Russian education. And then you said because Russia does not teach that the US is hostile. So wouldn't that then imply that they actually say that the US is an okay place to actually go, Mr. Actually?
Well, I'm Mrs. Actually.
Oh, well, my apologies for misgendering you. I
That's okay.
apologize, Mrs.
Yeah, you're fine,
Actually.
you're fine. Oh, sorry, I didn't actually get your pronouns. What are your pronouns?
That bitch.
Okay, so so the reason why I'm stating this is because these are the reasons why he has put a travel ban on certain
I
countries.
don't care about the why. I don't
Oh
care
my
why he
goodness.
chose the countries that he chose. It's what you're not understanding.
why shouldn't he- so
we
why
want to
should-
know
in your idea,
why
why
he
should he
hasn't
put a
placed a
ban on
ban
Russia?
on a country like Russia.
Why
That's the
should
main
he?
thing. And you can't answer that question because you know it boils down to that he chose the countries that he chose for a specific reason. And one of the main reasons, of course, for Donald Trump is racism.
I just gave
Right?
you.
So
the
you're
specific
supporting a
reason.
racist.
I literally just gave you the
There you go.
specific reason why he put a ban on these other countries, and you don't want to do it. Again, why? So why should he put a ban on Russia in your eyes?
He should put a ban on Russia because Russia invaded a sovereign nation. Russia has been an enemy of the United States for are we in 2020? Okay, so about, I want to say 60 years now, if not 70.
Okay.
They've been an enemy of this country with spying. Also, thank you. Sorry I can't see your name, but they do have nukes. So there's that part. All right, Russia is no friend to the United States. As much as Trump wants to buddy up to them, they're not our friend. We
So
should
what,
not be
are the
allowing their
citizens gonna
people
come
to
with
actually
nukes or
come into
something?
our country. But Trump doesn't see that because they have the complexion for protection. Now, the countries that he did choose, all right, he should actually be wanting to help those countries, especially Congo and the Sudan. Both are experiencing genocides right now. All right. They're experiencing genocides or G-sides, whichever TikTok. They're experiencing that right now. And instead of allowing those people to flee and come to the United States as refugees, Trump says, fuck you, closes the US doors to them, but says that it's okay for white South Afrikaners to actually come over here to the United States as refugees when they're experiencing no type of harm whatsoever. You do not see the hypocrisy in that. You don't see the racism.
Nope.
You don't, and you're just okay with it.
Yeah.
Okay, of course you do. Of course you do, because are you white? Or are you going to tell me that you're Hispanic?
I'm not Hispanic now.
Okay, are you white?
Yeah, I'm European.
Okay, exactly. Of course you don't see it because it doesn't impact you. Of course you don't see it. You think it's absolutely okay. And it's likely because you are racist. And you know what? If you are racist, Martin, then by all means, I hope you one day deconstruct it. So then that you can see the glaring disparity and also the hypocrisy in what Donald Trump is doing here.
Okay. So
Yeah.
let me disclose
What
why.
pivot are you about to take right now?
Pardon?
What pivot are you about to take right now?
Well, you called me racist, but I'm not even going to get into that because that's just ridiculous. But what I was going to say.
You are? Okay.
No. I was going to say why Trump put a travel ban on Iran.
Who cares why you put a travel ban on Iran?
Oh
No
my
one would be
goodness.
against
No,
a travel ban on Iran. We are fully aware of what Iran has done
I'm talking about
and what
this is
they're
in
capable of.
2017.
It makes absolutely
This
no
is in
sense. Who
2017.
cares?
This is in 2017. That's
Who
what I'm referring.
cares though?
Oh my goodness. What are you talking about?
Okay, if Trump was so concerned about Iran and the threat that they actually
This was in
that they
2017. Just
possess,
remember that, okay?
I understand. Then why in May of 2018 did he remove the Iran nuclear deal? Why did he do that? If he was so concerned and there was an agreement with Iran, all right, not to produce any nuclear weapons, okay, why did he take that deal off the table?
No, that's not what I'm referring to anyway. So
No, but you can speak, but you should be able to speak to that. You should be able to speak to that because you want to talk about 2017 when Trump placed a ban on that country. He places a ban on them, but then the one thing that was keeping them in line, all right, so we wouldn't even have what we have going on right now if not for Donald Trump. We wouldn't have airstrikes over Tel Aviv and Tehran if not for Donald Trump right now. We wouldn't have American citizens concerned that we're about to enter World War III if not for Donald Trump. You support him. I know, I feel it, Blackbeard. He really is. Guys, quick commercial break. All right. Keep tapping that screen. Keep doing all of the good things. Oh my gosh. Alex, I was about to make a public service announcement. Okay. All right. Guys, just keep doing all of the good things. Let's knock out the high bears. Show TikTok that you want to be here. There's so much that we have to discuss, and we're just trying to find someone who is genuine to have the conversation with. So just do all the good things, guys. Anywho, Martin, I keep having this feeling that we are not understanding each other.
Okay.
All right. And I'm a lot older than you are. And so I think that's why I see things differently. Of course, different experiences, so on and so forth. And I know when I was your age, I thought I knew everything too. So I totally get it. I totally get it.
I don't know everything. I don't know everything at all.
Oh, okay. I'm glad to hear that you. Hey, I'm glad to hear you admit that. That's good. That means you have some room for.
I mean, I'm still trying to learn.
growth.
You know what I mean? I'm not coming into this completely one-sided at all.
Okay, so do me a favor. Like, can you just, for me too, so I can have a better understanding of you, can you tell me like just a little bit about yourself?
Yeah. I don't want to disclose too much.
Okay.
I do keep a pretty private life online. What would you like to hear?
Okay, like you don't have to give the exact location, but generalities like what part of the country are you in? Are you in school? Things like that. Like, how did you end up voting for Donald Trump as a 19-year-old?
East Coast. I own a jersey.
No one gives a fuck. All right. Tap the screen, guys. Do all of the good things. Do all of the good things, please. Shout out to Alex. Alex, that's actually 2 kicks because it's only 20 to kick. All right. So that's 2 kicks. So I'll save another one in the bag. All right. But shout out to Alex. All right. For the $40. Alex said to please kick the racist and doesn't care about anyone but his own kind. Yes. Yes. W's, or not W's, but hearts. Drop those hearts in the chat for Alex, y'all. Drop those hearts in the chat for Alex. All right. This is me having to do math. Oh, we're at $74 to our daily donation goal, guys. $74. Pay links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name, PayPal and Venmo. I also have a Zelle, everythingwitherica9@gmail.com. Thank you so much for your support. And I will say this. All right. If you only have Cash App, if and only if you only have Cash App and you want to show your girl some love, all right, please send it to Santana Speaks 24. All right, this would, I'm not kidding you guys, it would make my fucking heart smile, right? That he would get one and it says for Erica. Oh my God, it'd just be the best thing ever. All right, so please do that. All right, Santana Speaks 24 for Cash App. Just make sure you note that it's for Erica. And also let me know in the comments so I can update the goal. But thank you guys so much. Y'all are awesome. All right, if you voted for Donald Trump, go ahead and get in the box. Get in the box. There we go. All right, let's see. What do we have here? All right. They're loading. I don't know if they're going to load. Hi. Okay. Hi, Garfield. How are you?
How you doing?
Hold on one moment. Hey, Larry. Larry, we have to talk, by the way. Also, Garfield, you have a really bad echo, love. All right, swipe out of the app like you're checking a text message and then come back. Say something, please.
Hello?
Yeah, that's better. It fixed it. All right. Hi, Garfield. Did you vote for Trump?
No, I didn't.
You didn't vote for Trump? Okay.
I voted for Harris all the way. I want.
Oh, well, I'm so glad to hear that.
I can't understand why you spend so much time with these airheads. I can't understand. Then Trump is one of the most wickedest men ever on the earth.
Oh, most definitely. I agree with you.
I can't even describe it to you, man. I'm so frustrated with him. I can't, and the government too. I'm so frustrated with the cabinet. Oh, I don't even know what to say. I'm on for the first time with you. I just want to say, when is the House of Representatives new voters coming in? When's the election for representatives coming in?
You mean the midterms?
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be next year, November of next year.
Okay.
That's why we have to have these conversations now, because you never know whose mind you're going to change. And I'll tell you, like I've said this plenty of times before, with the majority of the people who joined the panel, all right, they've already made up their mind. All right.
Okay.
Their mind is made up. I'm not changing anything. I'm not changing their minds. All right. But it's people that are listening in the chat who are paying attention. Their mind could be changed. And if so, that's an absolute wonderful thing. Also, people learn information that they get to go research themselves, and then they get to share it with the people that they know, so that the people that they know can make informed decisions.
Okay, I truly believe in, and now we have to stick together. Everyone has to vote. And I'm gonna say one thing. I might sound a little racist, but race I'm gonna bring it to. But these black people that voted for Trump, I'm so disgusted, man. I'm so fucking disgusted.
Which is understandable.
Oh man, I can't believe after all he's done, they know his history. In all the years in New York, I'm a former New Yorker. I'm in Connecticut now.
Okay.
All the years, he know who he is. They know who he is.
I fully believe that they did know who he was.
And we have proof. The thing with Obama, those 4 years, I don't want to go back. Those 4 years, he just purged Obama. Obama tried so much.
We know.
Tried so hard. And here's this man talking about he's not American. That tells you all you need to know about Donald Trump. And all that tells you that I should tell everybody who he is.
Exactly. I agree with you. I agree with you. So again, I mean, like this time around, a lot of damage is being done, and some people it's going to be at their front door, and it might even come into their house. So it's going to be a tough lesson learned for a whole lot of people. But we just have to continue to have the conversations, and hopefully in November of next year, we can get the House back, also the Senate, and then in 2028 we can get the presidency.
Yes.
We just have to keep hope alive that we'll be able to vote.
I pray to God. Thank you for your time.
Of course,
thank you a lot. Okay.
Of course, have a great night.
I will continue to support you.
Thank you.
Fully.
I appreciate you.
Okay.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you. Have a great night.
You too.
Yeah, draw some hearts in the chat for Garfield. All right. What the hell? Oh, okay. I would say, what's your name? Hi, Dark. Welcome.
You just call me Swerve.
Swerve. Okay. Did you vote for Trump?
Oh, hell no. I voted on the right side of history.
Okay, I know that's right. I know that's right.
I voted for Madam Vice President Harris because I voted for the equality of women to have their own choices, to have their own bodily autonomy. I voted for educational principles for our community. I'm a light-skinned black man. And to hear people in Florida sit there and say, well, slavery was a job training program.
Oh,
you can listen to
okay.
garbage, right?
I thought you was Italian.
No. I am a black man. I look like all the women on the mother side of my family.
Okay.
I was told I was supposed to be the first girl instead of the second boy. We all have hazel green eyes. We all have, when I had hair, we all have naturally long curly hair. But that's neither here nor there.
Got you.
what I wanted to say, Erica, first time, long time. Meaning I'm a first time caller into your platform, but I'm a long time listener, and I appreciate your platform.
Thank you.
I appreciate the fact that we have strong Black queens like yourself out here who are using your voice, because we need to hear the voices of the women in this country right now more than we do from a bunch of old white dudes who are writing these archaic laws against you all.
Exactly. We really have to get some young blood in there. That's why it's so important.
Yes, ma'am.
Like people like we got to make sure that Jasmine keeps her seat. We hopefully AOC can become a senator. We want to get Isaiah in there. Just
I just left Isaiah's live, and look, I'm broke as a joke. I kid you not. I'm going through my third round of fighting with the Social Security office for my disability benefits.
Oh, damn.
And as a disabled veteran of the United States, I still managed to send Isaiah $50. And
that's right.
I invited him to come onto my platform someday and say what he wanted to say.
Want to hear something funny?
What's that?
All right. So I got to actually interview Isaiah.
Oh, okay.
I did. I got to interview Isaiah, and it was so free. It was like, when I say I felt like a professional when I was interviewing Isaiah, it was so amazing and so fantastic, and like it was so good. Like he himself even said that it was a great interview and that he felt comfortable. And I was like, oh my God, this is it. Right? Tell me why I messed up. I did not do what I was supposed to do and purchase the right plan for Zoom. So it didn't record. I had tried to screen record it, but it didn't pick up the sound. I could not extract the sound. All right. So I just had the video.
No,
I
it's
had the video. It happened. It really happened. It happened.
That's okay. No, I believe you. And I've talked to Isaiah a couple of times. And like I said, I look at him and I told him point blank, I said, brother, I believe in your platform. I believe in the message that you're putting out there. And I've asked my supporters in my platform, hey, go and find Isaiah Martin and support him in any way that you can, especially if you're in the state of Texas, right?
Yes.
But you know, you were just talking to that last guest, that disingenuous clown. And I was in a live earlier tonight where they were talking about, well, Putin invaded Ukraine because he doesn't want Russia encroaching on his territory. And I said, okay, so make this make sense for me. Putin invades Ukraine. He wants to take over Ukraine, a country that has NATO sitting right against his borders.
Yeah.
You can't make that make sense to me.
It can't.
Well, you don't understand. You don't know what you're talking. No, I do know what I'm talking about. This is a factual statement. I'm not making this up. You have Lithuania is the first country that comes to mind that sits right on the border of Ukraine, and he doesn't want NATO against his borders. So you know these things. It just they are so disingenuous.
Very much so.
Erica, it makes my hair grow. I get so enraged. Okay?
It's frustrating for me is that they're so willing to just believe anything that Trump says. And it takes me back to, what was it? I'm pretty sure you know, 2003, when Bush was telling a lie about yellow cake. Remember yellow cake?
Yeah, yellow cake uranium.
Yep, yellow cake. Yep. And I remember that lie, and that never was proven. It was never proven. And we fought in a war where people died. Soldiers died. All because of a lie. I don't want that to happen again.
I lost some good friends in there.
I believe you. I totally believe, and it's just I don't want that to happen, because it would be my kids. It'll be their sons going to war.
BB Butthole Yahoo is sitting there talking about, well, they can. First, he came on to American media, United States media, and he said they could get a weapon within a year. And as recently as 2 days ago, he said they could have this in a couple of weeks. So is it a year?
Exactly. Is it a year or weeks? Exactly. That's why they keep lying. They keep changing it, because even Tulsi Gabbard in March went before Congress and said that there is no evidence that Iran is actually building any nuclear weapons.
Yep.
She said that they do have uranium. All right. Is at about 60%. I can't remember the word. but it would need to be at 90% to make it fissile. I think it's FISSLE is the word.
Yeah, to make it plausible to use it as a nuclear device.
Exactly. Yep. And so they don't have the capabilities. And then like just trying to show people that, okay, Israel just bombed several of their nuclear facilities. They don't have, they just bombed. They also unalived several of their scientists.
Yep.
So how can you say that they'll be able to do this within a week?
And this is the problem. This is the biggest issue that I have with it. You made a preemptive strike on something that you have no intel on.
Exactly.
And people will sit there and say, well, we have a relationship with Israel because they give us good intelligence. Okay. They couldn't see the attack that was coming on October 7th.
Exactly.
Right? You could have climbed to the second floor of any house in Israel and saw the training camp that was going on right on the other side of the fence. They didn't act on it. Egypt and the United States both gave them intel on what was about to happen. And Bibi Butthole Yahoo took no defensive posture to do anything about it. And what gets me, Erica, is the hypocrisy of MAGA.
Speak on it.
Sheer hypocrisy.
Speak on it. They
will sit here and they look at Volodymyr Zelensky. It is written in the Ukraine's constitution that during any time of conflict, they won't hold any elections.
Exactly.
And they will sit here and call Zelensky a dictator. Yet they won't call out Bibi Butthole Yahoo for canceling any kind of election because they were in times of conflict, and he canceled all the elections. So it just doesn't make any sense to me. Their hypocrisy knows no bounds.
Exactly.
It knows no bounds, but
it doesn't. I wanted to say, I'm enjoying this conversation, unless you have to go. I was on a panel earlier today, and some Trump supporters were talking about, because I was letting them know that even the UN watchdog, like the Oversight Committee for Nuclear Weapons, they have gone to Iran and they have inspected, and they said the same thing that Tulsi Gabbard is saying, our national security advisor. And these guys are like, why are we supposed to believe the UN? They have a bunker underground. I'm like, so you're telling me, right, that some way, somehow you know about a bunker underground with nuclear weapons, but the UN doesn't?
Exactly. And what the fuck? Well, wait a minute. Here,
what are we doing?
It's funny you mention that because, Tulsi Gabbard said they are not building anything. This is not happening. And then Donald Trump was like, just like he does with all his intelligence briefings, I don't care what she said.
Exactly. He literally said, I don't care what she says.
Yeah.
Like,
and so here's my thought. When the president...
Hold on. Sorry, I got to tell you something. Sorry. So literally, I said exactly that today. Then the Trump supporter goes, well, Tulsi Gabbard, she's a DEI hire.
Of course they did. Anybody who goes against Donald Trump, they're a DEI hire, or that, like, we can look at Pete Kegsbreath, aka founder of WikiLeaks, and yeah, he was a DEI hire, didn't earn it, right? And so we have all these people in his administration who are just going to be yes people, and I don't call it a cabinet, I call it a junk drawer at best.
That makes sense.
It is. I mean, these people are out of shut. They can't even run high school tours in the White House anymore because nobody in there can be within 500 yards of a child. Right? But I'm just saying. But
sir, please, I was drinking.
I'm sorry, my bad. But the fact that they will sit here and they will make up any excuse for this man, it bothers me to my very core. It as a veteran of this country, to see everything that I fought for, everything that I bled for, everything that I've almost lost my life for, every sacrifice that I have made, that my family has made on my behalf, to see it handed over to the jaws of fascism, it makes me sick to my damn stomach. Yeah. And I just can't get over it right now. I can't. It's like I said, they make me so angry, I can feel my cells dividing.
Oh,
okay, goodness. That's how angry I get. But
understandable.
you know, I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to go ahead and drop down and let you get back to your live. I don't want to monopolize your time. Like I said, I'm a long time listener, first time caller. I appreciate your platform, and I appreciate like when I go live. I go live Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, and I hold mostly women's platforms. So that women can come up and talk about the archaic laws that have been written against them and their rights and their bodily autonomy within this country. Because I guarantee you, Erica, I promise you, if men in this country had to have babies, ABs would be free and legal at Jiffy Lube while we were getting our fucking oil changed.
It sure as fuck would. Like, seriously.
Okay? So
Seriously,
when they come up with these archaic BS arguments about, oh, well, that's a baby. No, at best we can say it's a parasite.
Yeah.
Okay. And what's going on with the young lady in Georgia right now?
Cruelty.
It's pure, cruel, and unusual punishment.
Most definitely.
And
Adriana Smith.
So if
yesterday was her birthday.
Yes, Adriana Smith. Yesterday was her birthday. Yes, and
that's when they decided to do it.
It just sickens me that laws have been written against your body, against your autonomy, against your choices from a bunch of old white dudes. And I'm not saying white tea anymore. They're white.
They're white. I say white. You can say white over here. I'm not doing that shit.
They're white. But these laws have been written a bit against you and other women like you by a bunch of old white dudes with no kind of medical degrees.
Not only that, it's the history of using Black women's bodies to experiment on.
Yeah.
From the whole field of gynecology would not exist without Black women.
Yep.
It wouldn't exist. The
and
torture.
To say things like if you go back into history where doctors had written journals saying Black women don't experience pain the same as white women.
Oh yeah.
It's BS.
So our skin is supposedly thicker.
That's
right.
BS.
I think you and I would talk all night. All right. I shot you a follow. So I'm following you back.
That. I've been following you for a while now.
Oh, thanks.
But no, I'm gonna go ahead and drop down. But thank you for your time. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Long time, first time, and I hope I get to speak to you again. If you ever,
I'm gonna check you out.
If you're ever so inclined, feel free to come up into my live. I guarantee you will always have a seat on my panel. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Hey guys, if you're not following Swerve, follow him already.
I'm gonna leave you, Erica, with my customary. I'm gonna say my customary greeting and then my customary departure.
Okay.
Good evening to all you beautiful tiny people living in my telephone. I'm sorry I didn't say that when I came up. But as I depart, you all be well, you all be safe, and doggone it, try to have fun while you do it.
I love that.
And I will see you all later. Thank you again, Erica. I appreciate it.
Swerve. Thank you. Nice meeting you. Have a great night.
You too. Good night, Queen.
Awesome. Y'all drop some hearts in the chat for Swerve. Drop some hearts in the chat for Swerve. He was awesome. I love meeting other creators. It's so much fun. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. All right, guys. That was so cool. I like that. That was like a little bit of decompression just to have a normal conversation. And it wasn't all echo chamberly. All right, guys. That was a really good conversation. Thank you so much for that, Swerve. I appreciate you. If you voted for Donald Trump and you want to have a conversation, by all means, go ahead and request up so that we can do so. All right. But guys, chat, please continue to tap the screen, share the live. Let's keep doing all of the good things. Also, a Druid Drummer, I always love to see you over there on YouTube. You are absolutely fantastic. A Druid Drummer said this on YouTube, says, my heart just breaks to think of the vets who got sent into the Middle East on a lie in the 2000s and made it out only to have their kids in their teens and 20s serving. Think about it, guys. Think about it. I don't want these young people to die for a lie. I don't want them dying for a lie. I just don't. And that's at home and abroad. I don't want them dying for a lie. I don't want any of us dying because of a lie. And all Donald Trump does is lie. And it's starting to become like extremely like just mind-boggling how MAGA, the people who still support him, how they don't see the lies. Like, what is it that is going on inside of their brains, right, that prevents them from seeing the truth that all of us can see? If I feel like we're in a room, it's 100 people in the room, and we all see, right? We all see that that big ass pencil is right there. Y'all see that big ass pencil? Do y'all see that big ass pencil right there? Like, all of us see that's a big ass pencil right there behind me. A Trump supporter will literally tell you, there's no pencil behind you. That pencil's not there. It doesn't exist. Why? What is it in their brain that makes them like this? I just want to understand it. What makes them like this? Fudgesicles. Okay, guys, keep doing all the good things. Show TikTok you want to be here. All right, and let's go from there. Okay. Hi, Rage. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
I did.
Okay, all right. Why do you still support him?
I still support him because I think, at least for the most part, except for maybe the Israeli-Iran war going on. Yeah, past that, I don't really support that action. But I also see the point. Yeah.
Hey, Jody. Hey, Kiana. You said past that you sort of see the point?
Because I do, because, I actually use critical thinking. So Iran has always been, since the Bush administration to now, has always been working on enriching uranium.
Hold on, time out. You just said that you don't support what's going on in Israel and Iran.
I don't support us going there.
Okay.
Let me clarify.
Right? So my question to you is, why do you support him? That's my question to you. I thought it was clear as day. Hold on one moment. Kiana, I need you to collect your claim your points. Claim your points. Your heart me is grayed out. I need you to claim your points. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Go on. Oh, also another thing. I'm so sorry. I forgot about this one. Shout out to Lee. Lee, if you're still here, I'm so sorry. Shout out to Lee for the $4. Oh, that was a good question earlier. I'm so sorry I missed it. If Trump, not his real name, is so worried about undocumented immigrants, why did he let El Chapo's family in? Oh, if he's so worried about criminals, why did he let El Chapo's family in? Good question. Good question. All right, guys, I'm going to update this to $70 away from goal. All right, in hopes that this little interlude gives Rage an opportunity to think about why he still supports Donald Trump. Fingers crossed. Pay links in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name. PayPal and Venmo. I also have a Zelle, everything with Erica9@gmail.com. And if you only have Cash App, you should definitely send something over to Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the name. All right. Let him know that it's for Erica. All right. Put some hearts up in there. All right. Let him know. Santana Speaks 24. Okay, Rage, go ahead. Do you think of a reason why you support him?
Yeah, because outside of the possibility of sending us into another war with Iran, I still support him for everything else.
Okay, name something. Be specific.
Okay, I still stand with the mass deportations.
Of course you do. Why?
Because illegal immigrants should not be in the country.
Undocumented immigrants, no one is illegal on stolen land, baby.
It's not stolen land.
It is stolen land.
Okay, so you want to talk about specifically Mexico?
To begin with. So there's that. Anywho, how does immigration actually impact your life?
So specifically, so the biggest problem with illegal immigration is that you have
undocumented.
No, there's a very clear distinction between someone who is here legally and who isn't.
No, there's not. I'm sorry, there's not. Just answer the question. How do undocumented immigrants impact your life?
So specifically, they harm the economy by sending money back to foreign countries.
How do they harm the economy by sending money back to other countries?
So
How?
instead of that money being spent inside the country, it's being specifically sent. So if we're going specifically with Mexico, right? That money's being sent back to the C groups. I'll use TikTok friendly language for you. They're being sent back to the C groups that are in massive control of the Mexican government, to which you could sit there and laugh all you want.
Oh, I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do. I'm gonna laugh.
You can.
Kiki.
You mean to tell me that the C groups don't have their hands deep in the Mexican government?
That's not my concern. Because my question for you
should
would
be.
then be, what about the American citizens that send money overseas? They're all paying the exact same transfer fees. So I'm trying to understand what the point is. What's your point?
So
What
once
about the
again,
people who are sending money back to Russia? What about the people who are sending money back to Nigeria? What about the people who are sending money back to, let's say, Great Britain? What about the people who are sending money back to France?
So
Like,
when it's
why does
specifically-
it matter?
So when it's specifically going back to specifically the C groups,
How do you know that's specifically going back to the C groups? How do you
would
know?
you like to explain why under the
How
Obama
do you
administration?
know? Are you trying to say that every Mexican in the
Would you-
United States of America is a part of the cartel? That
would you
is
like to
fucked up. Why
So
would
would
you
you like
say
to
something like
explain-
that?
I didn't. You're putting words in my mouth.
No, but that's
So
what you
specifically-
said.
No,
you
I didn't.
literally
You're putting
said
words in my
you
mouth.
said, don't you think that all the money that they're sending back to the cartel? And I'm like, how do you know everyone is sending it back to the cartel? And you're like,
Okay.
well,
So would
don't
you
you
like
think
to
that the
explain-
cartel is heavily involved in the Mexican government or some crap? You think that all
It's the tr-
Mexicans are in the cartel? I think that is
it's
wild
the
behavior
truth.
rage.
It's
That's
the goddamn
racist.
truth. It's not
Racist.
racist. It's the
It's
truth.
racist.
It's not. It's the truth. The
Chat,
cartel
is it
has their
racist?
hands deep
Chat, we're gonna
in
do
the.
a poll. I want to know if it's racist. I need the chat's input
It's
on
not
this, sir.
racist.
It is.
I don't give a shit what your
It's
chat
definitely
thinks.
racist.
It's a fact.
It's super duper racist. I can't believe you came up here and decided to be so racist.
It's not racist.
Like, chat, put a smiley face if it's not racist. Put a sad face if it is racist for Rage to think that all Mexicans are a part of the cartel.
I
Smiley
didn't say
face
that.
if it isn't racist.
Why
Sad
are you
face
putting
if
words
it
in my
is
mouth?
racist.
So in other words, you can't debate, so you got to put words in
I'm
my
debating
mouth.
you right
Got
now.
it.
You're just a fucking racist.
You're not debating.
I am. I literally am.
Okay,
You haven't said
so how
anything that's
deep is
based
the-
in fact.
so
What
how
source have you
deep is-
provided?
How
I don't
deep
have to
is
prove
the
a
cartel
negative.
in the Mexican
What
government?
source? What source have you provided?
How deep is the cartel in the Mexican government?
I don't know. Provide a source and tell us.
It's so horrendously deep.
What's
that
your source though? Where are you getting this information from?
This Department of Homeland Security. This is also coming from.
What's the name of the report?
I don't know the report offhand, but it's a.
You don't know the
solid
name of
fact.
the report, but you gonna sit here and say with your full chest that all Mexicans are a part of the cartel.
I never said that.
You did say that. Did we have to
No,
roll the
I
tape?
didn't.
Did we have to
Because
roll the
what I
tape,
said
Rage?
specifically was
Rage.
is that you have people who we know are sending money back to the cartels.
Hold on one
To
moment.
which
my
then,
apologies.
what I was about to ask was, if it's not happening, then can you explain to me why, under specifically the Biden administration, the cartels were making millions upon billions of dollars from the very vast open border that we have?
What source are you even talking about? What billions of dollars? What are you, sir? I just want you to say something factual.
Everything I said is factual
It's
and
not
easily
factual.
Googleable.
It's not.
It is.
No. Malik, you think he thinks he's Trump is hilarious. I'm sorry. I apologize, Rage. I cannot get past the fact that you said that all Mexicans are
I
in
didn't,
the cartel.
and you're putting
You
words in my
did.
mouth.
And you
I
said that
didn't.
is true. You said I didn't say that. And then you said, well, is it not true? And I was like, whoa, taken aback. Couldn't believe that. And I just want you to
I
provide a
didn't say that,
source.
and you're putting words in my mouth.
No,
You
I can't
debate.
use trust me, bro. You keep just like I feel like you're asking me to prove negatives here, and I can't prove negatives. All right, I need you. Where's this billions of dollars coming from?
So specifically, you had under the.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're really not, but it's okay.
I am sorry.
So-
I was quiet.
No,
Don't tell me how I feel about something. I literally
you have
said
to
I'm
put words
sorry.
in my mouth because you.
I didn't put
literally
words
can't
in your
say it, but
mouth,
it's
sir.
fine.
You literally sat up here and you said that all Mexicans are a part of the cartel, and that's
I
who they're
didn't.
sending money to. That's crazy.
I didn't.
So,
though.
like, are all Russians sending money to the Russian mob? Are like, is that what's happening? Are all Nigerians sending
wouldn't
money
be
to like a
surprised.
prince?
So
Like,
according to the
what is
Department of
happening
Homeland
here?
Security, according to the Department of Homeland, to the House Homeland Security Committee, the cartel specifically during 2021 had made $13 billion just off of human smuggling alone.
What does that have to do with the money transfers that you mentioned earlier? You were talking
That's
about people sending Western unions and money
$13
grams.
billion that
Sir.
were also being sent back to Mexico.
Sir, what?
I'm sorry, simple
Big-
logic blows your mind.
Guys, he's reading an AI overview. He's not
No,
engaging
I'm
at
actually
all.
not.
You
I'm
are
looking
reading an
literally
AI
at the
overview,
Department of
dude.
Homeland Security.
You literally are. You
You
literally
want me to
are.
put-
It says
you want
in
me to turn my camera on
2021.
to
Where does the
prove you
money
wrong?
come from then?
Okay, so specifically what I'm looking at is
And you said that
Department
this
of
came from
Homeland
the
Security.
Department of Homeland Security?
Yes.
You,
The or,
bruh,
sorry,
you're
House
talking about the
Homeland
House
Security
Homeland
Committee.
Security Council? That's the source that you want to use? A partisan source
House
is what you
Homeland
want to
Security
use. You don't
Committee.
want to use a nonpartisan source?
Which is once again stated, and it's a fact.
He is a joke.
that
This
the
is hilarious.
cartels.
That's why he's getting treated this way.
No, it's because you're a joke because you're
Uh-huh.
reading something off of literally the House Homeland Security Committee that says, hey, look, it's a fact that the cartels during 2021 had made $13 billion off of just human smuggling alone.
You're literally reading something that Mark Green, a Republican Durango representative out of Tennessee, said that he was not able to back up with any information. He literally just said it. Because if he had anything to actually back it up, an actual source to back this up, guess what? You wouldn't be using this as a source. You'd be using the report. So there's that. All right. This is pretty silly. This is absolutely silly. So let me ask you a question, Rage. Let's ask you a question. Do you believe that everyone within the jurisdiction of the United States has a right to due process?
Yes, unless you immigrated to the country illegally, to which the United States has express ability to remove you from the country. It's
Where
what
is that
Barack
stated in
Obama
the
did.
Constitution?
It's not, but it's once again, it's something that is allowed by the United States president to do. It's called expedited removal. It's something that the left doesn't know what that is.
Expedited removal, you say? Expedited removal. Okay. I love talking about expedited removal. Does expedited removal allow for due process?
In a very short way, yes, but it's also
Oh, it does
specifically-
allow for. Oh, okay. So it does allow for due process because I know y'all like to say that it doesn't. So I'm thank you so much for being honest. I appreciate your honesty. Thank you so much, Rage. All right. Thank you so very, very much. So the difference between Obama, what Obama did, and what Donald Trump is doing is that he's not allowing, Trump is not allowing for that little sliver of due process.
Except
So even
he
when
is,
people
but-
fear for their lives with returning to their home countries, he's denying them a right to go before an
So,
immigration judge.
Do you
He's just
know
getting them up out of
specifically
here
what's
and
not
deporting
considered
them.
asylum?
Like the hairdresser who he picked up in a raid back, I believe, in March. The hairdresser and sent him to CCOT. That man, he feared for his life as a homosexual man, as a queer man. He feared for his life, and he was sent to CCOT. He didn't get to go before an immigration judge, even though he was removed via expedited removal. Trump still violated the law by not allowing him to go before an immigration judge and plead his case. So there's that. That's how Donald Trump is violating his executive power. Hey, Liv.
So, like, the funniest sex.
Okay, there you go. I was about to say, you better say, hey. Are you getting food?
Nah,
So the
I'm
funniest
picking the thing.
Oh, okay.
The funniest thing that I've ever
You know
experienced,
Rage?
You never heard the story about me and Rage?
No, I never heard of this person
about how
before.
I can easily debate most of this dude's talking points easily, but he likes to bring up one really stupid as shit talking point.
Rage, you haven't said anything of substance yet.
Hey, Kiana, ask me what this is. I'm sorry. I just text Kiana.
Hey,
I apologize.
Liv, question for you, buddy.
What's that?
Do you mind
Ask me
explaining
what
to me
this is.
how?
What is that, Liv?
Erica, this is a bird. It's a very special bird. Okay.
Oh, okay. I like birds.
And so,
I lie. I don't like birds.
So quick story time. Okay. We get into a debate about
ready for his fucking lies. It's funny.
Hey, Rage, it's story time. I love story time.
It's a stupid ass story.
We get into his debate about racism, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Rage is essentially trying to make the argument that Europeans and shit got out into the open waters before us and whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I pointed out, long story short, the argument goes into a bunch of racism and shit. And we're like, okay, if Black and Indigenous people weren't in the water before white people, how do you explain yams being in the Americas, right? Which yams are indigenous to Africa.
Yes.
And they were in America prior to colonization. And so this bird actually knew.
They actually weren't, but he's a lying piece of shit.
They knew these birds right here, the one on my screen.
Mm-hmm.
It knew that the indigenous people needed the yam. So what it did was it dug up the yam, the root vegetable, right?
Okay.
And then it carried it. It flew it across the ocean. Now, when it needed to eat and like get water and stuff, it would put the yam down either on a log or a piece of water, right? And then go fish and then pick the yam back up and carry it over to the indigenous people. And then it bestowed it to the indigenous people. And this is the actual picture of this yam, of this bird bringing this yam to indigenous people. And that's how the yam got here. As
now,
well
you want to
as
hear the actual
cattle,
story that this piece of
as
shit's
well
not
as
telling?
cattle. That's what Rage said. That's what he said.
So now let me tell you what
carry
I
a
actually.
yam all the way from the west coast.
That's
of
how
Africa,
it got here. It
all the way
wasn't
across
now
the
because this lying
Atlantic.
piece of
Yes,
shit
it wasn't
shit.
African people that got
It
into
wasn't.
the open waters. It wasn't indigenous people. It was
It
the
wasn't.
bird.
It was
that
a
knew
bird?
indigenous- Yep. Mm-hmm.
Rage,
You
are
have
you
no
really
citable
that
source
racist?
or evidence.
Like
Hold
you're
on.
really that
No, 'cause
racist?
because this clown likes to talk some dumb shit. So here's the funniest part. You have
Like you
no
racist
evidence.
to the bone.
You
To
have
the
no
core of
evidence.
you.
You have no evidence.
You can't give Black
whatsoever.
folk credit for nothing, can you?
To which I'd be more than happy to if you showed me
Uh-huh.
actual credible proof that they got here before anybody else did. Okay? With actual credible sources. Because the funniest part is that easily Googleable, his debate, his stupid ass talking point, which I typed into Google, how did yams get to the Americas? Would you like to know the answer? It's simple, easy as fuck. You ready? It came here primarily. Big keyword there, live primarily through the transatlantic slave trade. And then he brought up a stupid ass argument about a bull that they found that was
This is funny.
indigenous, a single bull that was indigenous to Africa, which was beyond funny as shit because they traced the lineage of this cow back to fucking Spain.
You don't tell a story as like with this much
Back to
enthusiasm.
And that was
like
in the
Liv
exact
does.
article he brought up to. But once again, like I said, he likes to bring up the stupid ass
Yes.
point that I was talking about. Because his uneducated ass didn't know what I was talking about. It's called seed theory.
Do you know what this is? I'm the one that explained sea mariner theory to him. Okay, and so
You did.
this boat, the Funa, right? This is the Funa canoe, right? Found in Nigeria 8,000 years ago, right? And this was ocean ready, right? When it was created, it was ocean ready, right? They could stock it full of whatever they needed. They could take it out into the open waters, and there was a current, right? The Canary Current, as well as there's another current off the coast of South Africa that goes up into, I believe, the tip of South America. You could go there in like a week and a half, like 10 days on that current, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so this boat was ocean ready, and this was 8,000 years ago. White people didn't get out into the open waters until 13th century, 12th century, something like that. And so the entire point being, right?
You have no point. The point being is that you bring up a theory that can't be proven otherwise.
Yeah. And so, like, the whole point being, right, is that the yam was here prior to the white people coming to the Atlantic slave trade. They was here prior.
It was here during
the cow.
Yay.
Yeah, just like the cow was here before,
Which, once
Columbus got here. You know what I mean?
Stupid argument.
Ooh, hold on one moment, y'all. Rage. Bleh.
Because once again, beyond stupid argument about
I'm tongue that color.
is the fact that cow, in your own article that you brought up, came from Spain.
Hey, America girl.
Where's
Girl
Spain?
America. Did you vote for Trump?
Absolutely not.
Huh?
No, I didn't.
Damn it, I got excited. I was like, what? Why a white woman? American flag? Shit, this is a Trump supporter. Why you do that?
No.
Why you do
First
that?
of all, no.
You got me all
first of all,
excited for nothing.
I don't know where you guys are located, but it is almost 1 o'clock here on time. And I just want to say happy Juneteenth.
Thank you. Thank you very
to
much.
all the Black kings and queens in here. But Rage, first of all, what is your problem? Why do you have to constantly put people down? Why can you not have a normal conversation without the constant ignorance conversation? Like, can you not spit facts without going on Google and just sitting there talking about the first thing that pops up? You do know that majority of those things are sponsored and paid for. You have to actually scroll through to find the truth. You can't just go off of the first 3 things that pop up.
Well, you see, when the first things that are easily Googleable that this dude has said, and even reading off of the own article he cited as a source for the cow one, that own source from that thing that he brought up about that stupid damn cow, said that cow was brought to the Americas through Spain. It wasn't there because it was brought by some African tribe that we have no proof or evidence ever once landed in the Americas.
What was your source? And don't just say Google. What was the source?
Okay, so specifically, going back to this dude's talking points about the yams, right? You have the American so you have a dot. Hold on. You have a dot. What the hell is it called? So there are multiple
Take your time,
sources
baby. Take your time.
specifically. So you have ampersand.com, which specifically talks about it. You have multiple. So you also have the center.org.
I know Liv did not start this shit and then leave. I swear to God. I swear I don't care about your bird yams. Yam bird. I don't give a fuck. All right. I don't care. Let's get back to it.
Of course, because it's a
Amanda,
talking
thank you
point.
so
It
much
makes
for
him look like a
coming up. I
jackass.
appreciate you, love.
Thank you. I just wanted to give you guys some major support and just know that you guys are not alone.
Thank you, love. You have a great night.
You too.
No, love was completely wrong. So specifically,
Oh my God, Ray, shut up.
point.
No one cares. Shush.
no, I do, because dude wants to bring up
Nah.
retarded.
Blah. Hey, Michael. Why did I say Michael that way? I'm ridiculous. I'm a ridiculous person. Michael.
Hello?
Michael, you have to turn the music off. I'm streaming on YouTube also.
I want to tell you that I can't talk right now because I'm somewhere, but can I
What
come
the fuck
back
you
in 10
request for?
Because I want to come back in 10 minutes.
Bye,
Okay?
Michael.
I'll be back.
Guys, keep tapping the screen, sharing a live, doing all of the good things. Shout out to Phil for the $2. Phil said in 2023, the CBO, which is the Congressional Budget Office, projected that we would increase our migrant worker population by 520,000 a year and increase our GDP by 700 billion a year. Doesn't include all the other financial benefits. Boom. So there are some numbers for you, Rage, that dispute what you said with them taking money out of our economy. It looks like they were actually going to be adding money to our economy. And again, that doesn't include the other financial benefits because they also are consumers. They buy clothes and shoes. They rent, so they pay in towards property taxes. What else is it that they do? They also buy cars. All right. So they contribute a lot. And guess what? They don't even get what they contribute into our economy back. They don't, because they don't qualify for Social Security. They don't qualify for federal
Because they're not US
Medicaid.
citizens.
They don't qualify for unemployment benefits.
Because
So
they're not
there's
US
that
citizens.
part. I'm sorry, what did you say?
Because they're not U.S. citizens.
Of course. So you said that they're taking money from us,
Mhm.
right? That they're taking money from us because they're sending, money over back to their home countries. That's what you said.
I have
But
a
it sounds like, hold on, it sounds like what they're actually going to contribute to the United States economy is greater than some transfer fees that you were talking about.
So once again, here you have the cartel getting $13 billion.
You want to keep talking about the cartel? Which number is greater, 700 billion or 13 billion?
So once again,
Nope. You answer the question. You tell me which number is bigger.
here you have
No, baby,
criminal
no.
group
Tell me which number is bigger.
making billions.
Guys,
off of
I really have to know
illegal
because I don't,
trade.
Michael, don't you want to own the libs? You have to tell this lib, I'm not even a liberal, that's so stupid, but you have to tell this lib which number is bigger. We can't do math. No math, all right? Is 700 billion, is it greater than 13 billion? Which one? Are they the same?
Right. So specifically that argument that you're talking about, it's
You said right. Which one is right?
the 700 million or
700 billion. 700 billion.
But you're talking about
There we go. Thank
legal
you.
people who are
Not
here
talking
with
about legal
work
people.
orders.
We're talking about migrants. All right.
So once again,
which are a part of undocumented.
Simple logic question to ask you then. How is an illegal person who cannot work legally in the United States make money?
They actually can, though. They actually
They can.
can. Yeah, they can. They get
Not if they're-
jobs and they get
not
these
if they're an illegal immigrant.
ITINs, and then guess what they do? They end up paying taxes. So there's that.
So
Oh,
do you
no,
know
you
that it's
made him
against
come
the
up.
law in the United States?
You made him come up. He never comes up. Hey, Phil.
Hello,
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. You have something you want to say to Rage?
Yeah, if I could.
Okay. Oh, by all means, the floor is yours.
All right. So as Erica was already getting into, there's plenty of ways that they pay into it, but the biggest thing that they're able to do is they supplement our workforce when they come over here, and that's why I was putting out numbers and statistics based on migrant workers. So that includes anybody that is not that may not be a citizen. They are providing benefit to us as citizens. So in the 10 years that it was reporting on, we would be growing our GDP from 27 trillion to 34 trillion just from them. Nothing else being calculated into this. So like this idea that these people are a detriment to our society is false. You've been told this because you're supposed to fear people, and the only people to fear are the ones that they have deemed lesser than you. And so you need to get out of your box of of whatever the Republicans are trying to put up as a fear-mongering tactic and actually look into it. These are human beings. They are here. They contribute to our society regularly. If you want to talk about certain things that are detrimental to our society, there are plenty of people left and right that are more than willing to have that conversation. But when you make general statements about all people, you're just wrong.
Mhm. So, once again, I have to ask, is it illegal in the United States to hire an illegal immigrant?
So these kind of questions that you're trying to pose,
It's a yes or no answer.
No, because it's
a
a
yes or no
disingenuous
answer.
question. It's a disingenuous
It's not.
question. Yes, it is, because you're trying to discredit an entire group of people because of one specific thing.
I'm not. I'm proving a point.
You are, because if I said that they are not supposed to legally be here to work, right? Then you're going to say then they shouldn't be here. They're not contributing to our society. They're giving stuff to the C words down there. You just go off on this spiel, and it doesn't make any sense.
So, once again, to answer the question, because it was a simple yes or no answer, yes, it is illegal
Disingenuous.
for a company. It's not disingenuous. You just don't want to hear an answer. So it is, in fact, illegal for
Migrant
a US
workers are
company
not here
to
illegally.
knowingly.
Migrant workers are
I'm not
not
talking
here
about
legally,
migrants.
and that's who I was talking about. So again,
It
that's
is.
what I'm
It's a
saying. You make-
1986 law. To answer the question, it is. However, is ICE going for the people who hire the undocumented immigrant, or are they going after the immigrant themselves?
I'm sure specifically they are, considering the fact
No, they're not. It's actually extremely rare. Less than 10% are actually prosecuted. It is
So,
rare that
question.
they actually go against after the employer. So there's that
Okay,
part.
so
So
quick question then.
anywho, hey, Rox. Hey, Rox, did you vote for Trump?
Hell no.
I didn't think so. You was too quiet. You didn't crash in. Just too quiet. Okay, love. Well,
Okay,
thank you so much.
question: do you know
for
what the
coming
LA
up. I
rates were
appreciate
about?
you.
Thanks.
Do you know what the LA rates were about?
There we go. Let's see here. Hi, Jin Jin. Did you vote for Trump? Jin Jin, do you know that you're here? All right, Jen, I'm going to let you down, babe. All right, let's see here. Yeah. I thought I let the person up. Oh, where did they go? All right, Lily, I thought I let you up. You can go ahead and request if you want to. All right. Anywho, hi, Gina. Okay, Rage. What? I'm trying to figure out the best way to put this here. In the state of California, because California is one of our greatest producer of our agriculture in this country, our produce, our fruits and our vegetables. All right. About 900,000 people that work in the agricultural industry in the state of California are believed to be undocumented. All right. If Trump rounds up all of those people and deports them, right? What happens to our agriculture industry in this country? What happens to grocery prices? What happens to the fields?
Well, yeah, I guess those companies that were hiring illegal immigrants to work those fields, paying them a literal slave wage, should probably
Hold on
start
one moment.
hiring
Sorry, my son just scared the crap out of me.
U.S.
One moment.
workers.
One moment. I need a moment. Scared the crap out of me. That damn door. He came in his room like he was a damn police. Okay. All right. What were you doing? Say it again. I didn't hear you.
Okay. So I guess those farms that were illegally hiring illegal immigrants to work those fields should probably, raise their pay so that way you can get U.S. workers who are here legally, who are people who live in this country, to work those fields. But instead, you're going to make a counter argument going, but what about these poor put upon people who are making literal slave wages?
I like how you try to guess what I was going to say. Wrong. During the pandemic, when they couldn't pick the damn strawberries, all right, they tried to pay people a living wage, Americans, because remember Trump had actually literally closed the border, Title 42, so we didn't have migrants coming in to actually work those fields. And so they tried to pay American citizens a livable wage. I want to say it was between $15 to $18 an hour to do so. And guess what happened? They couldn't hire anyone to actually do the work.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. So you all say silly shit. You all say silly shit, and I just curse the curse. All right.
Cool.
You all say silly stuff like, "Oh, well, then we'll pay an actual wage. We'll increase the prices, and then we'll just get Americans to work it." No, that experiment has been done. Americans aren't taking those fucking jobs.
Hey,
Americans aren't doing it. We just ain't doing it.
Right.
All
So
right?
instead, we should keep allowing these companies to illegally hire illegal immigrants.
No.
To do the job.
No
For a
no
wage that is
no one even
beyond
said that. No, what
minimum
we
wage.
should do is we should
And
hold
under
these
the-
employers accountable and make them use the H1 the H2A visa is what we should do. Because there actually is a visa for this. It's a seasonal
Which
work
has to be
permit
done
where
by
they actually
the
can come
individual.
in during the harvesting season.
Which
And
has
the
to be done by
employer is the
individual.
one who, you don't stop talking while I'm talking. The employer is the one who actually pays for it, and they have to pay them a livable wage. All right, they have to. It's the law per the visa. So we should start holding these companies accountable.
Right.
Not the
We should
undocumented
also
immigrant who's
not
literally
be
just trying to make
hiring-
money.
And we should also not be importing illegal immigrants to do the job.
No one is importing illegal immigrants. And again, I say unto you, is undocumented.
No, I'm using the actual.
No, you're going to say undocumented.
No, I'm
You don't get to
not,
be an
because-
asshole. It's undocumented.
No, it's
No,
illegal immigrants. because
no, I'm
there's a
very
difference.
persistent. You're gonna say undocumented. Like this could go on for forever. I just don't understand how you don't know how persistent I am about these things. You're gonna say undocumented. You said it before. You're gonna say it again.
So illegal immigrants, which is a person
Undocumented
who
immigrants. It's
immigrated here
undocumented.
illegally.
Undocumented. You literally can say undocumented. You're choosing not to. You're choosing to
No,
be
illegal.
maladaptive. Are you in your 40s?
I'm not
How old are you?
30.
30? You're 30? You have lived a tough life, haven't you? There's no reason for you to sound like this at 30 years old.
No,
But,
I just
however,
like is the
yet,
fact that
with that said, well, your voice sounds old, okay? That's all I'm saying. Your voice sounds old. I thought you were
Okay.
much older. I thought you were going to
So-
say you were in your 50s. I was being nice by saying 40s. Yeah, here we are. Okay?
Okay.
So with
So-
that being said, Rage, here's the dealio. All right? This my juke joint. All right? I am asking you politely many times. It's going to be the last time I stated politely. Do not say illegal immigrants. Say undocumented immigrants.
no, I'm going to use the actual term that's defined in our laws, which is
Okay, there we go. All right. 30 is too young to be a grumpy bigot. Hate does age you. He probably aging like warm milk in a hot Arizona sun. Just curdled.
Oh, gross.
Just nasty. Just yuck.
That's so nasty.
Yeah. And it's 11 o'clock. What the fudge? That's crazy.
Can I
Go ahead, Phil.
can I add one thing?
Sure.
So this misconception also, so migrant workers are technically also undocumented. They are here for a purpose, but they are here legally. They are allowed to be here. There are labor laws. There are hiring and firing practices based off of you being them. Like people can't mistreat you. So like we wouldn't have these written into law if they were illegal to be here. And oh, by the way, California, since he probably was trying to talk on California, not knowing anything about California, our average hourly rate for those migrant workers is about $18 to $19 an hour. People just don't want to work those jobs, and we don't have a U.S.
awesome to
citizen
hear.
workforce to support those.
That's awesome to hear. So they actually get paid between $18 to $19 an hour?
In California, yeah.
Oh, that's actually really, really good to hear. I mean, in California, that's not a lot, but that's not slave wages like they like to claim that it is. They're not working for pennies, as they all like to claim that they are. So that's very interesting.
I wouldn't see them coming here to be working for like $3 or $4 an hour anyway,
Exactly.
because I don't think that would be much different from working wherever they are and taking the risk to come over here. So from what I know, most make about minimum wage across the country. And then I think a lot of jobs also are closer to 10 or 12. It's not that they're making less than, they are making less than what the American worker would want.
Exactly.
And that's a difference.
Exactly. Hey, Lily, did you vote for Trump? Lily? That's what the water sounds. Hi, Lily. Did you vote for Trump? Lily going once. Lily going twice. And bye-bye, Lily. There we go. Okay. All right. She said she had something to add in the comments, but once she got up here, that was her second chance. I don't think third time's a charm. I don't know. But guys, keep tapping the screen. I'm doing all other good things. Let's see. Oh my gosh, I keep moving that sticker. All right, let's see here. Oh, we only have 15 more of the high bears to go. Let's go ahead and knock those out, and let's try to get these likes up to 100,000. Let's get them up to 100,000. All right. We also have $68 left in our daily donation goal. PayPal and Venmo is what I have. Pay links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name. I also have a Zelle, everything with Erica 9@gmail.com. And last but not leastly, if you have Cash App only, all right, and you are a mod, I think you should put Santana's Cash App in the chat. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the name for Cash App. Just make sure you say it's for Erica and drop some hearts for it, all right? Oh, thank you guys for knocking out the high bears. I appreciate it. All right. So yeah, let's do that. Let's do all of the good things. And if you voted for Donald Trump, by all means, go ahead and request up so that we can have a conversation, please. So we can have a conversation. I just wanted them to provide a source. Ray just kept saying stuff. Also, I feel like doing this. Hold on one moment, Phil. Blacka, 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 blacka. Blacka, 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 blacka. Blacka. Drop y'all blackers in the chat. All right, before we head out, just drop your blackers in the chat. Hey, Maddie. Blacka, 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 blacka. Blacka. Oh, Sky, you love it. You absolutely love it. All right. Oh, God. You didn't understand Blagger? Oh, you will soon enough. They coming, trust me.
Hi, Erica.
Oh, Michael. What's up, Michael? Why do you still support Donald Trump?
Wait, hold on. Can you? So can I be on the phone now or what?
What you?
Oh wait, I gotta go now. What? Can I be on the phone? Yes or no?
Who are you talking
Should I get
to?
off the phone? Well, I'm talking.
We don't like Trumpsters,
What?
Mike.
Hold on, I gotta go. Hold on.
The fuck just happened? What just happened?
I think he got in trouble for being on the phone.
What just happened? I don't know. It was very strange. It was very strange what just happened. That was weird. All right. We're not gonna talk about it. We're just gonna move on. All right. If you voted for Donald Trump, go ahead and request up. Get some testicular fortitude and just request up so that we can have a nice old conversation. All right. And, talk about your support for him, how he started a new war. All right. I mean, it's really started, in 2017? I'd say 2018. I'll give him 2018 when he removed the Iran nuclear deal. We'll say that. Prices are up. There is that part. Also, what else? Let's see here. Oh, but guess what, Phil?
Yes.
Egg prices are down, even though bacon is up by like over 15%, but egg prices are down. I just want to let you know that.
Well, I mean, until that avian flu comes back.
Exactly. But celebrate good times. Come on.
Let's go.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm looking for that new motorcycle helmet. I don't have it. I'm looking for the hose. I'm sorry, guys. I told you that song is stuck in my head. I can't stop singing it. All right. Guys, keep tapping the screen, sharing the live. I mean, does anyone want to come up and talk about all the good stuff that Trump is doing? That our fearless leader is doing? All the great things? Does anyone want to come up and talk about it? No one? I'm just going to do this one and see what happens. Okay, there we go.
Looks like
What,
Michael's
Michael?
back.
God damn. Huh? What'd you say, Phil?
I was just saying it looks like Michael's back.
You can talk on the phone now. That's crazy. Hi, Robski. Did you vote for Trump?
Hey, honey, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you? Did you vote for Trump?
I did not.
Oh, okay. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear
Well,
it.
the only reason why I'm here is because Santana pissed me off.
Santana pissed you off?
Yes, he did.
Am I his keeper? What's happening?
Well, because I know y'all have done life together.
Can you turn that down, please? Everybody, Erica, I'm gonna come back tomorrow. I'm in a situation. Can you turn the TV down for a second? I'm on TikTok.
I don't care.
Okay, hold on. I'll come back. Huh? Okay, hold on. I'll come back tomorrow. I want to be. I thought she was good with this. So do I get off TikTok or not? Okay, I got to go. I'm gonna talk tomorrow by myself. That's why I need to be on my own. Oh, hold on. But everybody, I apologize for the outburst. I'm okay.
Just make
Nothing
sure
going
you get written permission for tomorrow.
Phil was always the one-liners. That was weird. I was like, that was so weird. Strange. Okay, Robski. What
can I get your opinion on something that he said?
Is it in regards to politics?
It's in regards to race.
The fuck? Am I the arbiter of all things black?
Well, he just said race was either white or black, and I said I was Mexican, and he got pissed off.
Oh, well, it's not either white or black, and I know he didn't say that.
Yeah, he did.
No,
he got
he
mad
didn't, because in the
I
United
said-
States, it's 5 recognized races, so I know he didn't say it's either white or black.
Well, he got upset because I said I was Mexican. He said, "Bro,
Well, Mexican's not a race; it's a nationality, and it also can be an ethnicity.
true."
But
However,
it's not
he
a
said
race.
either you're
You can
white
be
or you're
indigenous. Are you indigenous?
black. No, he just asked if I was white or black.
Oh, are you Asian?
I am not.
Okay. Are you a Pacific Islander?
I am not.
Okay. Are you black?
I am not.
Are you white?
I am not.
You got to pick one, baby. Because guess
That's
what?
what I'm saying.
No,
Like,
because you are. How do you
if I have to
phenotypically
pick
present to the
one, I
world?
guess I am of color and I'm a minority and I'm not white.
Oh,
but
you don't
I
have
can't say
camera
that I'm black.
access. But how do you present to the world?
Mexican.
No, dear. You're just likely a white Mexican.
White.
And that's okay.
Oh, there you go too.
It's okay. Look, Alex is telling you in the comments, I'm white and I'm Hispanic.
I'm not white.
Yeah, you are. It's okay though.
And you're white too.
Or you could be indigenous. You never know. You could be indigenous. I can't tell you what you are. But yeah. Again, in the United States, because race is a social construct, all right? And Mexican is not a race. Neither
Okay,
is
so is
Hispanic.
Hispanic or Latino?
Yeah, Hispanic and I wouldn't even say Latino, but you would know better than I am since you are Mexican. You can be Hispanic, but that's an ethnicity.
So what is a race?
Your race, all right, your race is your physical makeup based off of your phenotype. So your physical characteristics, but it's also a social construct.
Yeah, that's debatable.
What? Wait, do you think? Wait, who? Hold on. Who invented race? Race is literally a social construct. Like, who do you think invented race? Do you think it came from God?
No.
Oh, okay then. Because it's not. Thank you, bro. It's not debatable. It's literally a race. It's a social construct, bro. It's a hierarchy of people based off of their phenotype, and it was more so created to basically subjugate one particular group to a lifetime of slavery. What, perpetual slavery?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot. So you might want to continue to listen in on Santana's live so you can learn a little bit more.
No,
I'm
he
not
don't
saying
kick
that to
me
be
off and
facetious.
block me, so I just was like, okay, well, let me join her because I know you guys are kind of interacting sometimes amongst each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, well, I see you, and I just decided to join to get your opinion on it, and seemed like both of you guys are in the same boat. And not that it's wrong, it's just like I see now.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool beans. Well, again, I definitely recommend to continue to listen and hopefully learn. Also, a really good person to follow is like Black Swan. She may have been over there tonight. Also, Adorna Lukes is a great person to follow. Live to be great is good. Who else talks about it? Bratz is a good person to follow to learn about that. So yeah, but did you I don't care. I'll ask him. Okay, all right, Robski. Was there anything else?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much for coming by. You have a great night.
You too.
Mr. Steve. Mr. Steve, where you been at? It's been a long time no see. But yeah, he came over to snitch. Like, what am I supposed to do? The fuck? I don't know. I said the same thing my bro said. Like, you was white. You was white, y'all. Okay. All right. I can do one more. One more. Just one more. And you voted for Donald Trump. I have no idea, Ziggy. That shit was crazy. If you voted for Donald Trump, by all means, go ahead and request up. Request, please. I don't know what to say. Bill, how's it going?
It's going.
I believe you.
This week.
On a scale from 1 to 10, with 10 being like the greatest risk and 1 being the lowest risk. Oh, no. 10 being the greatest chance and 1 being the lowest chance. What are the chances of us going to war with Iran?
Yeah, that's like a 7, 8. That's pretty high.
Yeah, it's super high. I think it's high too. It's crazy. Because Trump doesn't know what he's doing. He's stupid. And he's playing right into Netanyahu's hands.
Yep. And one of my, just because of where I work in, I know a certain number of people, and some people have gone completely silent in group chats. And so they are most likely aboard a ship that they cannot contact outside of. So,
oh, wowzers. I just had a thought. Maybe I'm gonna have to put my tinfoil on, but because Jordan in Iraq, right? I think it's Jordan in Iraq, if I remember the map correctly, separate Iran and Israel, right? So, like, what if? I wouldn't understand the purpose of Israel trying to. Well, actually, I have a question. Okay, sorry, I had things to do. What's the point? Are they trying to take the land, like take over Iran? Like, what is it that they're looking to accomplish here? Because let's go ahead.
I was going to say, there's a couple things that it could be. One thing could be that they're learning from Trump that distraction allows you to do the other thing that you want. And so creating and perpetuating the Iran problem, they can do whatever they want to Gaza without people really blinking.
But think about it. Okay, so my thing was, I'm going further. It's like literally what Malik just said, right? Well, kill him because that's what he goes by here. All right, I gotta type hi. The keyboard keeps getting stuck. But like, what if, right? If they destroy Iran, right, and they take over the land, right? Could it be like a land grab for them?
That becomes such a harder thing to say because that would put them on a global scale of occupation, and I don't know how that would go over. Like a lot of people are with Israel against Iran, just for how bad Iran is, and their leaders have been, but they aren't like sitting here saying we love Israel too. Like it's not, it's like the true definition of the lesser of two evils. Like this is that kind of conversation most of them have. So I don't know if they actually occupied, if that would sit well with all the people that are currently supporting them. Interesting. But Netanyahu, like I wouldn't put it past him. I don't think you're wrong in thinking that he might be doing that. But I don't think it would have the outcome they wanted.
Because think about it, they've destroyed Gaza to the point of ill repair, right? They destroyed it, right? Maybe they're
Well, I think part of the reason to take Gaza, so that I think transportation strip. So instead of having, they want to control the global economy through another way that they have access to. And if they can take over the Gaza Strip, one of the conversations they said is that they will make a straight to the Red Sea. And so they would have another avenue for them to collect money for people going through their strip.
Geopolitics is very interesting.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. It's a lot to learn. I'm just gonna be like Elmo back here, just like chaos. That's it. I don't know. I'm just hoping that we don't go to war. It just all feels bad, Rebecca. Well, yeah, because it is all bad. It's not good. It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand. Okay, you just explained it, but I'm not going to cage you, Phil. We're going to talk about this later. I checked out a little bit because I had to message someone. I did. I had to message Jamal. And so I checked out a little bit. You know how I am.
You're good.
So they don't want the land in Iran. They want resources.
So they could also be trying to take over and installing leadership that would be beneficial for them too, right? Like there could be a bunch of ways. I'm saying if they wanted to take over Iran, they're going to have a lot of other countries that are not okay with it, and it would be hard for them to go down that path. But if they are trying to create something that is beneficial for them, my problem is I don't know enough. Chris obviously knows a ton about this.
Yeah, Chris is the guy.
And so I don't know if like Iran has a bunch of resources or trade or whatever that would be beneficial to Israel, other than the fact that they just have been at war for a long time with each other. But if they were trying to install a leader that was beneficial for them, that also could be a part of it.
Oh, so they wanted, like Rox just said, they want to get rid of the Ayatollah. I talked to Liv about that the other night. That would be really, really bad if they were to assassinate the Ayatollah. That would definitely be the start of something major, where I think other countries would get involved. I mean, has anyone ever heard of Archduke Ferdinand? Anyone heard of that guy? What happened when he got unalived? What's up? The rain is. Well, yeah. All right, Phil, do you think it's time to call it since I don't have any more Trump supporters?
If you don't got ops, yeah. Or you can bring in a few friendlies and let them get like a 30-second spiel. Say hi. Let
Let
them
me
know
check
that they
something.
love
I
you.
want to do a raid. I want to do a raid. Is he still alive? He is still alive. Okay, let's see here. Okay, let's go say hi to Jamal. Let's go say hi to Jamal. Since we don't have any more ops, let's go say hi to my wise old man. All right, this is, let me try to type this out. All right, guys, also follow me over there. Like you see me live on the panel, then by all means, just come over there. But is let me educate you. Make sure I spell educate right, because that would be crazy if I didn't. All right, is let me educate you. It's right there on my glasses. Can't miss it. Is let me educate you. It's 210 of us up in here. All right, let's go say hi to Jamal. Okay, let's go say hi to Jamal. Drop Erica raid in the chat. Drop some hearts. Show some love. Do all the good things. Thank you all. We're not doing an outro because I want to do the raid and I don't want to forget the raid. So let me educate you. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much, YouTube, for hanging out tonight. You all are the fucking best. All right. Also, thank you, TikTok. I appreciate y'all for tapping the screen, sharing the live, the donations. You all are fantastic. Phil, thank you for hanging out, buddy. You're the best. All right. Guys, with that being said, I leave you with this as I always do. If you can't do something kind for yourselves, please, please, please do something kind for someone else. I absolutely adore and love y'all. All right. And with that being said,